You fuck. The DM struggle.
The DM struggles.
I'm more or less back. I'm just waiting on my stuff to be cooked in the microwave.
Okie dokie. Benevolent water bottle. Yes, the water bottle is benevolent. I'm probably not. Probably.
Benevolent water bottle. The only thing in this campaign that's truly benevolent.
I don't know. Some of the gods are fine. The god above them, though, read me, not so much. Maybe. Alright, let's see. Let's get some.
It remains to be determined.
Let's get some music up in here.
Some music. Which I have to turn up a little bit.
Actually, wait a minute. Do I have a better one for this area?
Don't know. I just don't know.
Not that one, no.
Not that one. Anything but that one.
Shit. There's a good one. Okay. Let me just add that to the thing real quick. I think, is this the... No, this was not the one I thought it was. Is it this one? Ah, yes, it was this one. Okay. Just add...
When last we left off, our heroes had just slaughtered some bandits, confiscated a
They got a
bus.
sick party.
One second and I'll get it going, friggin'.
It's alright, take your time, bro. It's not like we're professionals.
The song's not on here. I guess I'll have to use this one.
Sad day, bro.
No, bro.
I will use this one. Yeah, that'll work. Alrighty, so getting into things. When in the last session of the Elemental Odyssey you all found yourself upon, you all awoke inside shipping containers on an airship, except for Kel, who woke up in a container with a hole in it because it seems a, like, 20-pound kobold fucking shoulder tackled through the wall like he's Superman.
Because he is Superman.
Spoiler alert, no he's not. But after some bumbling, getting your way out, and a lot of doors proving a little bit too strong for the burly people, you found the ship was on lockdown. You managed to wake up the one apparent remaining crew member on the ship by way of the druid poking him until his spine was no longer lodged halfway into his own ribcage. After that, he helped you determine what sort of was going on, but now a lot of, like, important logs are missing. There was some dude in the crew who disappeared. He can't remember the guy's name, and he's pissed. Found some strange signs of a scuffle that abruptly stopped. Something was partially iced over and maybe exploded. The engine was sabotaged. And upon poking your heads out after hearing about rescue... Oh yeah, and there was the strange guy you found who blew a hole in the wall to escape. And then after he disappeared, well... You looked outside, there was something coming towards you, you heard an airship call in and be like, hey, you guys okay? And then, yeah, it got shot down because a fucking dunk bus was on the way over, full of bandits. You, following a very expert distraction by the mysterious husky you also freed from a little cage in the airship, proceeded to thoroughly decimate these poor bandits after I let fucking Jinx find some loot he shouldn't have.
That's the way the dice roll, man.
Yeah.
Which is
and,
glorious.
currently, one is being held by a giant Bigby's hand knockoff on the roof. Everyone else is dead, and y'all have a party bus and a downed airship on the other side of the big airship you guys were just in to deal with. So, what's going on?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Whoever else that was.
I was saying, should we investigate the downed airship?
Yeah, because according to Devlin, that was the rescue airship coming for you guys.
Yeah.
And it got shot down, and you don't know the status of them.
How far away did it seem like they landed? Or did we?
Oh yeah,
not
hold on.
see
Let me move you guys over from the thing to the map, which has changed slightly because you now have a better idea of how big this fucking like party bus is.
That's really big.
I need to zoom the fuck out.
It's a large vehicle. It's a very large vehicle.
It's a large vehicle indeed.
In fact, as you guys saw a better look at it, it's less a bus and more like an armored personnel carrier with a big ass cannon on it.
Oh, we roll, yeah.
Yeah, the big ass APC tank hybrid abomination of a vehicle.
Well.
But you're all standing next to a dead guy, and last you saw her, Zelia had apparently grabbed someone up on the roof.
Anyone perchance know how to drive this thing?
Devlin, I might, but you guys want to go check out that other airship? Because they did kind of shoot down our ride out of here.
How far away did it land? If it landed far away, we might as well drive the bus to it.
As near as you could tell, it was directly on the other side of the airship, which it would be a bit excessive to, well, actually no, you'd still probably have to get the car over there anyways, so. You guys do that. I'll see if I can get the security bots to the other side of the ship. And you see Devlin march out, and then he starts saying something to the small horde of security bots, and they seem to head back towards the ship. The downed airship. Also, the Husky friend has come in and is now parked himself in the driver's seat for some reason.
Okay.
The dog is just sitting in the driver's seat. He does not appear to be a rhyme or reason as to why.
Is the interior of the bus pretty open, or is it a large enough bus to where there's like rooms or anything in it?
This thing definitely looks like it has a few like quarters in it, like things you could define as like a bunk room or whatever the hell. Because this thing, you're looking at it, it's kind of weird to you that like some random ass bandit fuckers had this thing, because this looks pretty pristine, pretty like good quality military hardware that they've apparently like in some way gotten their grubby little hands on.
Does it look all bandited out, or does it look relatively like clean?
It looks like about 3 or 4 days of people breaking in a new car, kind of dirty.
Okay.
So
This
they
is
haven't had it. So you're
this
pretty
seems
sure they
like
haven't
a
had it for long.
Yeah, I was gonna say this seems like a recent acquisition then.
On their part, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like blood stains or anything on the inside, so they got it effectively cleanly. Aside from the guy you just fucking annihilated on the inside.
Who I throw out the door because dead body.
Also, there's
taking
still
out the trash.
Whoa, no. Hold on, shit just got really squiffy.
Stop moving, you stupid bus! I haven't said you could move yet.
There's toss him outside. There's still the matter of looting the guys, to which I believe Celestian has already claimed the like pirate tricorn off the captain of the bandits.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Well, there's guys.
Someone did.
There's guys to loot if you want to loot them.
I will proceed to loot them.
All right. You find.
Yeah.
How many people here? There's.
I count 8.
No, I'm talking about party members.
Oh.
There's enough for... You find about, between all the scrubs and the big boss, about enough gold that everyone gets about 102 gold pieces each.
I divvy that out appropriately.
Yeah, I'm like everyone gets 102. Like you find enough to divvy it out, because I'm all about like saving you guys the trouble of dealing with math.
All right, where do we put experience?
It's on the core page, or the core tab. It's right under where your class is. Just add 2,000 to the value already in there, so you should be at 17k exp.
I'm not seeing this. Probably stupid.
I'll deal with it for you, Kel. Let me just open that up for you.
Oh, wait. Okay.
If you don't already, have your character sheet open so you can find it later.
Oh, you found it, Kel?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll close that. But you find
Yeah.
102 gold for everybody.
Where is gold kept?
Equip tab.
Under...
Put it in other currency, because if you put it in carried currency, it does weird, stupid bullshit for your carry weight, and I'm like, I'm not about dealing with that, so just put it in other currency.
Okay,
And
so we each got 120 pieces?
102.
102, okay. So that'll become a 6.
Because in this world, gold weighs nothing.
Well, no, it's just in this case, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a fucking video game inventory, because fuck dealing with the carry weight of gold.
Oh, God.
They make it get ridiculous.
But you also find a few swords, a few, like, basic pistols. Like, nothing really impressive. The boss guy seemed to have a slightly fancier sword, but, well...
Nothing
It's
really
fancy.
compared to what we already had. Just standard stock
Yeah.
stuff.
Standard stock stuff that you're pretty sure they pulled out of this vehicle itself. Like, because it's all fairly pristine. Like, there's some nicks, because, like, it has seen a little use, but... Yeah.
Just like mechanically, curiosity. How do firearms work? Are they like dex based or something? I'm not...
Yeah, firearms are basically just bows as far as I'm concerned for like shit. It's just dex because you gotta dexterity to aim it, so better dex, better to aim, better to damage because you're hitting better spots.
Okay, yeah, I've just never played with guns before. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Snack will be better than all y'all with guns because he's a fucking gunslinger, but
Yeah.
also Kel gets the hat off the boss. It is surprisingly clean despite the fact you freaking eviscerated this man. It is not a special hat in any way, it's just a nice hat.
It is just a hat.
Yes.
Commodore Puffington.
Commodore what? Puppington?
Yep.
Commodore Celestine Puppyton, okay.
If I find nothing else, I'm gonna inspect those bunk quarters real quick, make sure no one's hiding.
Nope.
Anything crazy like that. Okay.
In fact, you hear from a hatch in the back that says like, "Hey, anyone gonna come up here and help me with this guy?"
Yeah, I got it. And I will proceed up.
You find on the roof, you find Zelia about here. And just for the sake of it, paste. Need another guy, and he is not dead.
Aw.
He's got bullet wounds in his left arm, and he's got a dead friend about 3 feet away.
Just bullet wounds to the arm.
Yeah, the guy that Zelia's got in the glowing hand
Okay.
is, he's still alive. His friend over there, missing his entire left arm, and there's a hole through the back of his neck.
Damn.
Snack
Remind me
got
not
him
to-
good.
Remind me not to piss off the kobold.
Yeah.
So
Can you
what
find
did
some
you-
rope or something for this guy? So I don't have to keep, doing this. And she sort of gestures to the big hand, which, like, kind of flexes a little bit. It's still got this guy pretty good. But
Let's see.
It looks like it's taking a lot of her concentration to keep it up.
I see. Actually, I don't have anything, do I? Shit.
Could always tie him together with the thorns through my fur.
Well, for the sake of expedience, you find some
Yeah,
heavy chains that you can,
Yeah,
padlock on this guy.
Better. Even better chains.
Yeah, like off like a winch or something, spare chains for like a winch. You just find some of those, put a padlock on it after you tie him around this guy, and haul him down to a spot where y'all can investigate him. He looks pretty freaked out at the fact that he's like severely outnumbered now, and he just saw a buddy of his like get absolutely fucking annihilated by bullets. So surprisingly he's a drow, and he looks very concerned about his situation. Like, I've made terrible life decisions kind of concerned.
You should be afraid, friend. Very afraid.
Way ahead of you, sir.
I personally have one question. Where does one get a party bus like this?
How the fuck should I know, man? I just fucking work on the damn thing. I don't know where the boss got it.
You sure about that? And I place a hand on his shot arm with my thumb kind of hovering over the bullet wound.
From the sheer panic in his eyes, you're not even going to need to roll a sense motive on this thing. He's telling you the truth. Fear is very motivating for this man right now, and like he has no idea how his boss got this. You're very certain of that.
I'm gonna keep my hand there anyway as I call out to the rest of the party. Hey, anyone got any questions for our little friend here?
You can start by asking if he's the one that shot the carrier down.
Nah, that was the, well, that was my boss, that was my closer to, well, the working on stuff boss, but well, he's kind of, he looks in the direction of, like, Sneck, and, like, looks very afraid because he sees the rifle he's carrying, like, I'm pretty sure your little buddy there killed him already. Fucking cannon don't work no more anyways. Fired a shot, it jammed a fucking back.
Can you fix it?
I mean, I was trying to, and then, well, gunshots, so, I mean, maybe? I've never worked on this damn thing before. We've only had it, like, freaking... He's, like, actually thinking, because, like, in his panic, he seems to be, like, having trouble remembering. Barely almost a week? Like, we ain't had this thing too long. We just, like... We were small timers, and then the boss is like, hey, I got us a big gig, and he shows up with this thing. And he's like animated, like trying to explain with his hands, but he's bound at like so he can only move his arms from like the elbow down.
Yep.
So you see him like animatedly moving his hands as he's talking. You also did not find any weapons on him because I assume you checked for those. He was the most dangerous thing he had was a wrench.
Like I'm scared of a wrench.
Hey man, you played BioShock, wrenches will fuck you up.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that. Didn't think.
But yeah. Speaking of that, at this moment you hear the engine start on the truck, on the party bus. And you hear Fennis, oh, hey, it works. And the doggo is sitting beside him as he's like messing with the controls a little bit.
Oh, Fennis, you know how to drive this contraption?
There's a long pause. Maybe? I got it started. Zelia slides around. Let me try. Fenla steps out of the way and she hops into the driver's seat. With a surprising amount of precision, she's like, hits like a few things. The door slides closed. Alrighty, let's see how well it handles. And you guys are now in motion around to the other side of the ship, you're pretty sure, to go help Devlin and the robots deal with that crashed rescue chopper. But you still got this, poor, in a very bad place Drow right now at your mercy.
I'm just trying to think of more questions, but nothing's coming to mind at the moment.
Perhaps you can give him the chance to vie for his life.
Where do you put it? Fuck, shit. He starts like trying to gesture something to over on this side. It appears to be another like room. The boss, he has his computer's in there. He can like check all his stuff. I mean, he can't use it no more. He's dead, right? I assume he's dead because you guys got the whole thing.
He is very much dead.
Oh yeah, your big friend's got his hat. He's like looking. He was like slowly looking up at Kel, and like as he got higher up until he saw like the doggo face, which I assume was in a very derp expression. Is like he's still terrified of the dog.
I assume Snake went over to it. And the looks of his token.
Yeah. For that, well, skills. Snick, if you're gonna try to mess with the computer, you're gonna need to roll me a, what skills do you have? I'm gonna look at your sheet here. Let's see, know what to roll. This would be a roll an engineering check for me. Yeah, this guy has not even like installed any security. His password was like 456 at best. Again, he hasn't had his new fancy toy or its computer for very long, so you very easily they're about 2 minutes of just trying buttons, or actually no, you find his little password, like sort of look behind his light. There's a sticky note with a password on it, and like oh well, boop, there you go. And
Captain's an idiot.
He's a fucking bandit, and he just got a hold of like a fucking gigaton APC. He's
right.
Yeah,
he's more interested in the cannon.
Yeah, he was more interested in having the new toy than he was in how to secure the new toy, because he figured with new toy be invincible, not become dunked by a very big axe.
What is it with these people and their inability to set good passwords?
Well, you're currently hoping, considering you've seen some like computers and stuff before, you're hoping it's just a lucky coincidence at this point and not like a recurring trend. But you find he was very Fallout style. He kept a log of what was going on. He got hired to come out to, well, basically it comes out to he was hired to retrieve the containers that you guys were all carried in. All of you and Zelia were in. And bring them back to a kind of shady looking human guy with like a weird like kind of growing in goatee look, as he described him. It's like this shade. It's like it was written as like this shady fuck with bad facial hair. But like he gave us this and a lot of money, so frick yeah, we'll do it. It's easy enough. Just blow up anything that comes to the ship. Just take the boxes, loot whatever the hell else we want, and then get out. It's not like we don't got enough room to carry the loot. And you can imagine he's like sort of patted the side of his new toy as he said that, as he typed that, or at least did in his head.
It's a good thing
But,
they didn't happen upon a certain sword.
Yeah, they could have found Orzal.
That'd have been a bad day.
Speaking of which, Orzal's like, you feel a nudging on your arm, but it feels like you look, there's nothing there, and you look, and it's like, it looks like Orzal's pulsing slightly. Like, hey, you're an odd one, you know that?
Yes, I'm aware.
No. I mean, cause like, I've seen like the angry fighty types before. You're the first one who's ever been able to do, well, magic while being angry at the same time. That's new to me, and I've seen a lot of shit.
What can I say? I'm a badass.
Sure looks that way.
Which I'm assuming further freaks out our little prisoner because he can't hear Orzal. And I am talking out
Actually,
loud.
no. He looks like he's standing right at the sword, and he looks very confused.
Oi! What are you looking at?
I'm just gonna assume I'm going crazy from fear and just leave that alone. He like slowly looks away. Speaking of which, you all actually heard Orzal say that. Is that for Snick, who was like slightly behind Mowgli, so you heard a muffled voice you didn't fully recognize?
Oh wait, when Orzal speaks, it's out loud. It's not telepathic just to me.
It was at first. Apparently now it's not.
Oh. Oh, either way.
But yeah, by now you guys have, looking out the window, you rounded around the airship, and there's definitively a fairly fucked looking airship smashed in the ground. One of the engine wings and like the VTOL engines it's got is just completely gone. And like, you know, crashed a little bit further ways away from it, but you don't think there's any crew particularly keen on hanging out in the engine, so you're going to head to the bulk of the ship.
Yeah. I'm gonna proceed there and help the search, dragging the prisoner along with me unless someone else wants to maintain control of him so he doesn't do anything stupid.
You've actually had the husky like sitting next to him and like as effectively as a dog can glaring at him the whole time, when the guy's just like looking concerned at this little dog because he's like, this dog came with the big dog, it could be bad.
Well, then I'll just leave him there with the husky.
Yeah, this husky is hardcore apparently.
Yeah, I will go help search the
But yeah, you
ruins
see
of
some
the ship.
dudes, it looks like there's some people milling around, but after a second, it's the security bots, like milling around the ship, the down ship. But you don't presently see Devlin, but you're pretty sure he's there considering the bots listen to him.
Yeah. Do I see an opening to get inside anywhere, or is it all?
Yeah, there's a back hatch. Like on the back of like a big airplane in a movie. That's wide open.
I'll proceed in there and look for survivors or...
It's not hard. You see Devlin and one of the bots are lifting a hunk of metal, and there's a couple of people crawling out from underneath of it. They look kind of roughed up, but not like in serious pain. Freaking man, my horoscope said today was gonna be bad. You just see this like sort of like very Milo Thatch from Atlantis looking dude just like flop over on his back once he's out from under the hunk of metal, and just be like, you okay? And he like looks over at his companion, who's this other, considerably less twiggy looking dude. So in fact, he's a surprisingly burly elf guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for that." And he looks up at Yuzakio. Who the hell are you?
I'm one of the people from the ship that was on the ship that you were coming out to.
Devlin, like, yeah.
You got shot down.
Yeah, he was with me. We took out the guys who blew the fuck out your ship. The elf guy. Thanks, Mac. Oh boy.
Are there any people here that are injured at all?
They look scuffed up, but like, judging from the cockpit, or did you go out to the ship too?
Yeah, I'm with Jinx.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah, it looks like whatever safety measures they had in that thing in case of crashes worked pretty well, but it was still a pretty rough landing. So they look like scuffed up, slight marks, but it's all like superficial, low level, not particularly dangerous stuff.
Okay, no broken bones, blood, got it.
Yeah, little bleeding, but it's again just like little cuts and scrapes, stuff that'll not be super dangerous to leave alone. Plus, well, they're on a medical ship. They probably have supplies to fix it.
Gotcha.
You even see the little twiggy guy, the twiggy human guy, go for a first aid kit, like weakly pull it off, and then he just starts like, oh god. He like sits up and he's like checking his left leg. Oh fuck. Freaking crepes. Oh man. Friggin' the elf dude. Name's Finn. This is Tommy. He gestures to the twiggy guy. How'd you guys end up crashed out here? And with, some fucking assholes with a cannon out for your blood.
Oh, they weren't out for all blood.
Oh, yeah?
We're
Okay.
trying to figure out who put us on the cargo ship to begin with.
Oh. Hey, big guy. He's like surprised that like Celestine is there because like he apparently managed to fail to notice the giant dog. Hey, big guy. He looks at Devlin. They on your crew? Devlin shakes his head. Nah. They fixed my ass up after, well, you might need to check my neck seams and shit. But friend of theirs patched it up enough to work. It's still kind of stiff. He like rolls his neck and he looks like his little twinge. But they were in some shipping containers on that thing. Finn. Huh. That's spooky. But I mean, I'm guessing you dealt with the assholes what had the cannon, or else you probably wouldn't be standing here.
Oh yes, we dealt with them.
All right, good. Well, if you got their frickin' whatever, you mind giving us the lift back? Tommy, help me grab some of the extra supplies when you're done dealing with your leg. I'll be fine. Just gotta make sure it's not gonna get an infection. He's like messing with like medical tools and slapping some ointments and shit on his leg. His leg looks a little chewed up, but not like in a dangerous way. But given how it looks like metal shards went into it from the impact, it's definitely good to leave him to fix his own leg right now.
I'll assist with carrying supplies, transferring supplies from the ship to the bus.
All right.
Is there anybody too wounded to walk?
Nah, it appears to just be these two guys. And Tommy's fixing his leg right now. He might have trouble, but at the moment he's not trying to walk yet, so...
I guess while everyone's gathered together, I'll just make it easier. I'll just channel positive energy.
Okay.
That'll include the NPCs.
Oh, yeah. You won't even have to roll for that. You'd top them off pretty easily.
Okay.
Because you guys will all be fine. They've got, a few first aid kits, some general emergency, like, ER transport stuff if, like, they are desperate. But, like, this shuttle doesn't seem like it was super equipped. It's just, a generic, effectively an ambulance. Just, it flies. So, it takes you guys about 5 minutes. Tommy kind of has to limp, and he gets a hand from Finn, but you guys get out there, and Devlin sort of like waves you like, well, as much as I'd like to come with, I kind of got to stay with the ship, because, well, imagine the corporation ain't going to exactly be happy if I leave it to just get picked up by the vultures.
Gotcha.
But you guys be careful. I mean, and by the way, he sort of walks up to Zakio and slaps something into your hand. Hit me up. You ever find out who paid for the shipment? I'd like to have a few words with them. He's like thumbing the end of his shotgun as he says this.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be the first one to know.
Thanks, man. Claps you on the shoulder, and then he just turns back to the bots and starts heading them back to the ship. And what he handed you was a, it looks like it would fit into like a, just like a USB stick. Looks like you could fit it into like a phone or something. Probably has his contact information on it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you guys have 2 injured. ER got emergency response dudes, a big old party bus, and not many leads aside from your currently tied up freaking idiot drow buddy who made poor life choices. What's your plan next?
I want to ask Flynn and Tommy where they came from, so we can bring them back.
Out Draklin. It's the nearest town to here. So yeah, if you could head us back that way, it'd be right appreciated.
Next question. What should we do with our little friend? As I point to the drow.
Oh man. I can get fucking paid for this shit anyways, man. Just don't kill me is all I ask.
No promises.
Dude, like, it was freaking... My stupid cousin got me this gig. He's like, hey, it's just some little guys who just need their shit fixed. It'll be fine. No, it won't be fucking fine. I got fucking shot at. I hate my family. And like in like an actually like really defeated kind of voice, he says it and like hangs his head. And Zelia like looks over her shoulder for the driver's seat. Anyone know how to get to Draklin from here? I'm not exactly the best at navigating a fucking desert.
I believe I can? Question mark? I can't remember if I could recall enough of the terrain to know where Draklin is.
Oh yeah, you have a based on where landmark you had because you've been out here before, you would know how to get there.
Okay.
And if you can't, you're pretty confident Scar might be able to help out.
Yeah.
We'll be your navigators.
Good enough. Take a seat then. Looks like we got a long ride. And okay. Y'all are going to be heading off to Draklin. Takes you about, well, since you're in a pretty big fucking car, or well, tank basically, takes you about...
I would assume it takes a little longer because it's probably armored and has giant fuck you cannon on it.
Yeah, the fuck you cannon is like a
Weighs
thing,
a
but
lot.
I'm just going to move the map over to here because this is Draklin. Don't mind the other names in here. They're not... I couldn't exactly delete them.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, it's so big.
Yeah, you guys are on the top left, kind of. It's the... You should see a bus token.
Bus token. I see bus token.
Yeah, it's not a small town. But,
Looking for bus token. Top left?
Yep.
top left, yeah.
Okay,
That's a
there
little-
it is.
Yeah. It's, trip takes you guys about 2.5, 3 hours. So it's about 4-ish by the time you guys make it to Draklin. And along the way you discover, yeah, no, this cannon up top is completely fucked. Like, apparently, it functions a lot like a 9mm does. That has, like, the auto-loading thing, how, like, the bullet casing can show up. The casing for the first shell they fired wouldn't eject, and now it's, like, permanently stuck in there. Because apparently the boob who loaded it didn't know a fucking thing about how to load this kind of an artillery cannon. So you guys have a useless heap of shit on the top of your fucking party bus.
We'll see if we can correct that. Maybe.
You'd better hope you got find either you guys better know you hope you know how to do it, or you can find someone who can for fairly cheap because this looks expensive.
Can I take our little dark elf friends to the back of a bus?
Yeah, I mean he can't exactly fight you. He's chained up and he's still, got bullets in his left arm. What do you want, big guy?
You were originally recruited by the bandits as a mechanic, correct?
I got the job from a cousin, man. I didn't know it'd be this freaking shady. But, well, when you got a gun pointed at your head and you're told to work, you kind of work. Because you kind of value having your head all in one piece.
But less worried about your former employer and more worried about whether or not you can fix this.
I've been working on this thing for like 3 or 4 days. I don't barely know anything about it. This shit's too top of the line.
I'm going to invoke conscription.
What?
You will hereby renounce all gods and deities that you currently hold. You will swear and pray to only one, and that is Vernai. Your life will be spared in conditions that you become this bus's sole driver and mechanic. You will use your talents and time to learn about the vehicle and how to keep it maintained.
The drow looks at you in absolute confusion, as do the rest of the party.
Yeah, that's about right.
Because
It's a combination of confusion and like, oh shit!
it's very confusing to you, because what he just said sounds more like something Fendris would do than Vernai. That was definitely more god of war than goddess of nature.
Right?
To both you and the paladin.
Yeah.
In fact, the druid is looking at you in like almost... In fact, Fenlis is looking at you in like almost abject horror. And like, the bus also kind of came to a sudden stop a little bit, so there was a lurch. And Zelia's looking over the back just like, what the fuck? All eyes are on you, Celestine.
Yeah.
There is a war coming, and I will not let my mistress be caught unprepared.
Well, if there's a war coming, my blade is yours.
Fenlis like claps his hands together. I could see why you'd be concerned, but I'm not sure any god would be in particular danger. After all, we all know what happened in the heroic marches. Indeed, you all do know what happened in the heroic marches. The god of heroes came down and smote the fucker responsible for them in person. And there was also at least one recorded instance of Fendris having just literally the fist of an angry god came down from on high and crushed some fools.
Oh, yeah.
So, the god's probably fine. But, I mean, hey, if you want to keep going with it, you can certainly try.
Yes.
Look, Mac, I ain't, like, particularly beholden to no gods. Like, I don't doubt them or the people who have faith in them. It's just like, I'd like to keep things on the side of stuff I can understand more easily. And he's, like, trying to, like, gesture with his hand still, but they're still bound from, like, the entire biceps. So you just see, like, his lower arms, like, trying to, like, do the, like, the calming down gesture a little bit. So, I mean, I'll kind of pass on that. I didn't want this gig. I had, like, little choice to take this gig to begin with because I was kind of seriously broke. And now, well, I don't think it matters if I got any money because my house is probably gone anyways. And I can't exactly bunk with anyone else I know because, well, yeah, stuff.
Well, then this could be your chance for a fresh start.
I'd rather take my chance working for some mercs, thanks. And you guys don't look like a particularly organized band, the mercs. If you are mercs at all.
Well, I happen to be.
Let me just put it to you this way. You can either work on this bus with us, or we can just turn you over to the marshal of this city.
And trust me, you'll be sitting in jail for a long, long time.
You know, you make a kind of compelling argument in that case, but I mean, I know me. I know what I done. I honestly think I'll take my chances with the cops.
That's reasonable.
I mean, if you want to try hard to do it, you'd have to roll to convince him. You'd have to roll diplomacy.
No, I'm perfectly fine with turning this guy over to the law.
Well, yeah, you are. Paladin.
What do I know of Dracklin's prisons? Are they... Mainly what I want to know is, are they particularly nasty places to be? As far as, like, his chances of becoming someone's bitch are probably pretty high.
Prisons in general, you know, there's considering how dangerous people who can go to prison can be, considering, you know, there's, like, mages and shit, prisons are usually pretty under heavy lock and key. Like, they have, like, anti-magic cuffs and shit. They got stuff to prepare for this stuff, so they don't exactly go in not loaded for bear, even with, you know, generic brand prisoner dudes. But, the worst prison systems you've heard of are the ones out on, in the country of Volsung. Because, well, yeah, that place is rough on a lot of things. And to survive, and so if you're from there and you end up in jail, it's probably going to be pretty rough in general because, well, you're going to be full of other people who are from a rough place. So it's just full on. That's rough, buddy. Draclin, less so, but the most that you don't actually know much about their PD besides the fact that apparently they're on good relations with Dragonroar because Dragonroar is based in Draclin.
Okay.
In fact, as you guys are getting closer, one building kind of stands out off to it's from where you guys at. It's down this way near the south gate. There's a fairly large. I'll actually just draw it on the map because these things are not bigger. Oh, for frickin', that's not what I wanted. I want to draw a shape, not draw a line.
What shapes?
So large kind of stout building that looks like it's built with purpose. Down here, it's the red box near the south side of the map.
Okay.
And both Skara and Zakio both immediately know why. That would be Dragon Roar's HQ.
Okay.
Like, there's some skyscrapers, but this one is like kind of tall, kind of stout, and off to itself near the edge of town. But yeah, you got a pretty clear view of the local mercs.
So what you're telling me, friend, is you would risk torture and possibly worse from the other inmates than work for us and potentially even maybe make some money learning how to work a bus. With
Hey
a
man, if I
guy.
want to work a bus, I'd go join it like public transportation. Again, I'll take my chances with the cops more so than, well, you guys and your little gunny friend, he says, like looking at Sneck like very uneasily.
I'm gonna use that last comment as maybe a diplomacy check, but
If you want to try.
I will try. Go to skills. Where are my skills? Diplomacy. 20.
Not quite enough to convince him. He still like says, nah. He sounds pretty set on he'd rather deal with, cops who follow, the law than a pack of mercs and then a pack of like random dudes, a single merc, and a guy who looks like a paladin.
Alright, suit yourself.
He like looks up at Celestine and is like will shake up. If it helps your disposition, there's he like points over to another little room that is locked, but it says there's just like a shittily put sign that just says grub on it. There's some bacon in there if you want some. Cal?
Actually, what the fuck ever happened with that pig that I dragged out?
You cooked it up and you ate most of it.
Damn.
You still probably got like a chunk of pig meat left on you, but according to this guy, there's more food in there.
Do you know if it's just a storage room or is it an actual icebox?
50-50. Half of it's the icebox, because, you gotta have the good stuff kept cold. It'd suck to be on one of this, be stuck in this tin can with a bunch of spoiled milk after all, right?
I agree.
I definitely agree.
So now you guys are coming up, and a bit closer on, the bus comes to a less sudden stop from earlier, but still a little bit of a jolt. Because, well, it's a big freaking
box.
It's a big metal box going pretty fast. So there's some lurch to it. But you see Zelia like
slide to the front of the bus because dogs are bad at standing in vehicles.
In fact, you as you slide to the front, you look. Your husky friend apparently like is doing his damnedest to stay balanced, but he's wobbling is like in his spot because he was like sitting down and he's still just like whoa, oh. He also apparently has not left the side of the driver's seat the whole time. He's been sitting there. So it turns out the reason for the stop is there's some cops outside.
Oh, how
Are we being
fortuitous.
pulled over?
You're coming up on like a gate to the city, so
We probably got
fucking
stopped at the
tank
gate is
looking
what
thing.
happened.
So yeah, there's a few like Draklin PD guys walking up, and looking a little bemused at this giant bus with a big gun on top of it that just rolled up to the town.
They look bemused. They don't look like antsy or weapons drawn or anything.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, they got a group of mercs in their town. They've probably seen some weird shit before, or at the very least are used to it. And since this thing looks military from the outside, they're probably like, is some fucking, like, shit going down we didn't know about? So, like, they're like, wary but not, like, on edge.
Okay.
And, like, one of them, like, sort of walks up to the door and, like, kind of knocks on it. And, like, he says something, it's hard to hear. Zelly just hits a button and the door opens. Hey! What's with the hardware? At which
broken.
Finn...
We're in town for maintenance.
Finn, like, looks at you. Hey. He walks up and, like, they see his, ER badge, like, oh shit, something go wrong? And, Finn, like, sort of steps out of the bus, and you see him talk to the cops for a few minutes. Tommy's like, oh, thank God. Oh, we should be okay. We should be okay. We should be okay.
Since you want to deal with the cops anyway, I'm going to take our little drow friend and disembark the bus. Be like, on your knees. And I kind of pull the chains down as I knock on my desk.
It's good for emphasis, because, like, he does, like, kind of sort of staggers. You, like, push him. He's only on one knee because he still wants to be able to stand up quickly. But, like, he's down. He doesn't look like he's going to bolt, but he might. You're not sure?
I said knees, plural.
Okay. And the other knee goes down. And the cop, like, looks at you. Who's this?
One of the bandits that decided to steal a bus. According to him, his boss stole this bus.
I didn't say he stole it. I just said he found it. I don't know how. And the cop, like... Let me roll this here real quick. Found it, huh? Hey! Vinny, Carl! And see two more cops, like, come over from, like, the checkpoint. One's pulling cuffs out. And then he looks at the guy chained up, puts the cuffs back. Like, and they're like, yeah, what's up? Get this guy down to the station. It sounds like we got the little problem, but stole the bus. You talking about this thing? He says, like, tapping the fucking tank you guys are driving.
Yes.
Which when Finn chimes in, yeah, we were, like I was saying, me and my buddy Tommy in there, we were coming out to check a distress call. It's like this big, and I mean big, about 400 feet, cargo airship just, like, went down. So we go out to sort it out. We're flying up. Some assholes in, well, this behemoth freaking shot us out of the sky. This guy here, he said your name was what? He's pointing at you, Jinx.
Shayakio.
Yeah, Giacchio here. Him and his mates, cut down most of the bandits except for, well, this guy. And, we've been coming back here. Cop's like, alright. We'll, handle this guy. You lot, give us a minute. That's a pretty big thing to be coming through the town. And the drow is hauled off by Carl and the other guy.
At which point, I whisper to the one of the cops here is, before they haul him off, I whispered loud enough so the drow can hear, "Oi, if you need to use some enhanced interrogation on him, feel free to find me. I might be in town for a little while."
You would talk to Carl. He's like, freelancer?
Yeah, freelance merc.
Well, if we can't get nothing, if he's too stubborn about giving it up, I think we'll give a few people some calls. Don't you worry. You guys look like you've been through probably a bit more as he's, like, looking up at the fucking cannon on this thing. Just take it easy, pal. We got this. And then, the drow's just like, as he's getting hauled off. The drow will remember this appears in the Telltale Games box in the corner. He also disapproves.
He should have chose us.
But after about 10 minutes of waiting, that first cop who showed up comes back like, all right, just, he pulls out a little thing, tosses it into the bus at Zelia, who catches it, looks for a spot, slots it in. This the route we gotta follow? And then she's like looking at a little display that popped up. This the route we should take? He's like, yeah. We're kind of gonna want to, investigate this thing. No offense. But we don't exactly have an impound lot big enough. So we're going to have to ask you guys to take it down to Dragon Roar at the south side.
Yes.
Just take that route. So, you don't flatten the civvy cars and shit. Yeah, got it, officer. Who should we say called ahead for us? Just Bracklin PD. Don't worry about it. They don't need to know names for the shit. Just keep the tank under the speed limit, would ya? I don't need no fucking headaches today. Got it, officer. Thanks. And then he walks over, and then the gate, the little, normally one of those bars that it stops a toll booth opens up. It's 5 of them have to open up. And 2 have to retract into the ground a little bit so the fucking bus can get in the city.
Before I get back on the bus, I ask the officers, "Oi, you can't figure out who the owner of this is. Do we perchance get to keep the bus?"
The cop shrugged. I don't fucking know.
Alright.
I ain't on the traffic division, pal. I just do the car. I ain't on traffic division, pal. You'd have to take it up with whoever figures out with whoever actually owns it. Because if it wasn't those bandits, the military probably gonna want it back.
Alright.
Maybe.
Alright.
Just keep it in mind. And then he heads off so you guys can go back in.
I'd ask, and I get back on the bus.
You gotta do what you gotta do in your business.
Of course. You have a good day, officer. And I get back on the bus.
Alrighty. So the path he's asked you to take was all along the wall of town, primarily. Oh, whoa, no, I don't want to stretch out the token. I want to move the token. Fuck.
Bus big enough as it is. Looks like it's half in the water.
Well, that's a wall. It's supposed to be a wall.
Oh, the wall.
Not water.
Okay.
It's not like a moat. That's a big ass wall. So you guys eventually get up there, and as you're rolling up, you see, the Dragon Roar HQ. Pretty telltale who runs the place, considering you're pretty sure that's their emblem on the side of the building.
And it's a giant, ostentatious building, isn't it? And it is glorious.
No.
No? Damn.
No. It's not frivolous. It looks fortified, practical. If they had to use it to hunker down for some reason, they could reasonably use this place as a fortress.
Okay.
And it's partly built into the wall of the city because you figure they probably got a fairly large vehicle bay. Given how you're being sent there with this fucking party bus to get it sorted out. But you see the sigil of a
party bus.
I believe the name of the token is the Dunkmobile. But there's a big sigil, looks like a fireball with a wisp of flame coming off it that turns into a dragon's head on the side of the building.
Nice.
And the two people who know Dragon Roar, yeah, that's their sigil.
Oh yeah. That's the building right there.
Zelia sort of leans forward, looks at it a little bit. I'd figure. Now, where's the And then over the radio here, hey, you guys the ones the PD sent in?
That we are.
All right, hold on. And then you hear like some muffled like conversation, sound like someone opened the fucking door. Because it sounds like whoever's on the phone might have just been woken up and hasn't had his coffee yet. Which,
Right.
given how it's 4 p.m., kind of odd to you, but hey man, it's his life choices.
Granted, it's probably distorted because phone, intercom, whatever. But do I recognize the voice
Yeah,
at
he's-
all?
No, you
Okay.
you don't.
Lucky.
But a big, like, huge bay door about like what you'd see in like an airport hangar pops open on the side of this thing. And you see a few people with like those like glow sticks you'd see like flagging in airplanes and crap, like waving you guys down to come on in with the party bus. Ugh. Which Zelia does manage to successfully park this thing without blowing anyone the fuck up.
The kid is not even active. Blow somebody.
Hey
up.
man, you don't know what the fuck could be in those containers in this fucking cargo bay. In fact, as you roll in, you kind of notice to the side, there's a huge airship in there.
Ooh.
Like, they got some shuttles, then they got, like, the big boy, which, whoo, that's big. Like, you don't have a sense of scale, but you see, like, maybe a tenth of, like, one side of it from where you pull in, because it's, like, through a door, like, there's a path to it, but that's a big fucking airship they got over there. And you see some guys milling around. Hold on, I need to copy some tokens. He's not here anymore. We can also change the music from this to something else. Boop. To where is it? Where the hell is it? Oh wait, hold on. I forgot the other thing. And this was playing for like half the trip before Zelia found the way to turn the fucking stereo off, but you guys were hearing this song for like part of the trip. You know what song it is, Jinx?
I just looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have turned that on earlier. But yeah, let's stop that because I forgot to do that. Where the fuck did I put that damn song? Oh, there it is. Okay, because now you're actually in a civilized area.
Music seems fitting,
Copy.
given what little I know of Dragonor.
Have you?
Maps. Where the fuck did I put my damn maps for this place?
I don't know. Map. The map. The map. The map. The map.
Okay. Oh, nope, that was too short. That better? Significantly. It'll work. Oh my god, I forgot I left that error on this fucking thing. Shit. Whatever. Oh my god, it's so uneven, it bothers me. Whatever. But you guys are bottom left of this map, or bottom right of this map. And you are in the base of Dragonroar. And hold on, I gotta get some of their tokens. No, not that one. This one. And first two people to greet you are a rather equine-looking woman, or well, first three. Her large dragonborn associate, and then some guy who's carrying a keytar and looks like a hobo.
Keytar and looks like a hobo.
Yeah, like he's got like fucking weird ass headphones on. He's like kind of hanging back, but he's like watching you guys. But
You said one of them was equine looking?
yeah, she looks like horse ears, horse tail.
Okay.
But she's the, and then her big, very broad, burly dragonborn looking guy. In fact, look at him. He looks equal part dragon and demon to you in terms of like imposingness. He's big.
I don't recognize these people either.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence. That's probably a plus.
Same for Lodo. Roll intelligence.
8. Nope.
Alrighty, one moment. Okay, Jinx, you swear you've seen him before, you can't remember because despite your best efforts, you hadn't made it to make an attempt to join Dragon Roar yet.
Okay, that was gonna be another question I was gonna ask eventually. Did I
Yeah.
ever attempt this?
No, you didn't, but Skara, you recall the woman, not the Dragonborn guy, but the woman, because she and someone else from here had come by where your order was based, and were talking with like some of your superiors, like to see if they could recruit a paladin or two in case they had to deal with like, you know, paladin and a cleric deal with like, you know, zombies and shit, or just at least have a liaison to your order in the base.
Gotcha.
And your name had come up because like you're not like the best of the best, but you're still, you've done a very consistent, reliable job. So like, yeah, we trust this guy to, you know, be our liaison to these, you know, mercs.
Like a up and coming?
Huh?
Like a coming?
Like a what?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay. But yeah, you remember her. She was, you recall this as she introduces herself. She just sort of gives a slight bow. Victoria Avalon, I take it you are the ones who procured this. She looks at the bus with, you can only see one of her eyes, but that eyebrow raises slightly. Transport? Then she looks at all of you.
I bow and return and yes.
How exactly did you come by it?
Bandits
And
apparently found it, and we requisitioned it from their corpses.
You see, like, the big guys are like, as you do when you gotta do your things. And then, like, the woman looks up to him and he just sort of, like, goes quiet. Blake, get Tracy's team in here. We need to have a look at this thing, see if we can back trace the registration number. Yeah, I got it, Victoria. And then he heads off. Well, seeing as, unless you was there... she's looking a little frazzled as she's like holding a tablet PC in her hand, like looking at something. Why would it have to be today? We have enough to deal with. Did any of you have any particular attachment to this vehicle?
I personally would like to keep it if at all possible, otherwise not really.
Zelia pipes up at this point. We only had it for about 5 hours now. And like the one eye looks up from the pad at her. That long? Interesting. See some more tapping on her pad, and then you hear from that hobo-looking guy in the back. So, kind of shit you guys get up with that leads to you getting a sweet rig like that. To which I assume you guys kind of TLDR him about how you woke up on a fucking cargo ship.
Can we discern his race? Did you say his race?
He's a human.
Okay.
Or at least he could be something else, but at the very least he appears on the surface human. And Zelia's not acting shifty, so he's probably not magically disguised, because you have a good hunch at this point she can detect magic very easily.
Yeah, I was just curious.
He's like, huh. Now that's a story. He like takes out the guitar and like you hear him, he like plays a few notes. I got shit to do. And then he just heads up the stairs behind him and disappears around a corner. Victoria's sort of, you'll have to forgive him. He's one of the more eclectic ones my associate has recruited. But nothing else. Feel free to take a rest. We have a staff room that you can make use of for your, I would assume, short stay. And she taps something and you see a little, like a holographic orb appears in front of you. Please follow this. There, we'll come get you in a moment.
I proceed to follow the thing.
Yep.
It leads you all to this room. That layer. And you're not alone in there. You see a couple of oh my god, I need to fix that eventually. You see a pair of clearly siblings over at a corner, and no, the table is not actually glowing red. That's just a leftover from the map maker I used to make this thing.
I was worried.
Yeah, no, there's not like a demon table
There's
waiting
so
to kill
much
you.
anger at that table.
Well, it's a fitting table for these two. You're pretty sure, despite the fact they look human, they're probably tieflings that just happen to be one of the few that typically look human because of the fact their hair is like fire engine red and seems to be like slightly shifting as you look at in the light, just from like subtle movements. Like there's actually fire contained in it.
Gotcha.
But they're just, over there talking about something. The guy's like kind of laid back. He looks like he's dressed like a poker dealer, just about. And he's like flipping a coin. Very stereotypical gambler dude. And he's like pretty chill. The one across the way, his sister you're betting, looks very done with his shit.
I'll take a seat somewhere in earshot facing away from them. Just to see what I can passively hear. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll perception then, if you want to listen in on them.
Just out of idle curiosity. They're speaking in tongues!
They're speaking in a language you don't understand.
Shit. Well, I'm just sitting there. I'm gonna grab something to drink real life real quick. Maybe something.
Okay.
I will be back.
Celestine the Husky pulls up his, parks himself on the floor next to where you stopped to sit.
Oh, I'm laying on the floor too.
Oh, the two of you are just chilling on the floor right now?
Yep, we're gonna have a cuddle party.
Yeah. And to your surprise, because you've seen some merc strongholds before, they're not places you're fond of because there's a lot of cold metal. This place has a surprisingly warm atmosphere and a lot of nice wood paneling and stuff. It feels more alive than any other merc compound you've ever seen, because you've seen a couple before, but this one's probably the nicest you've ever of the three you've seen in your life. This one's really good. In fact, there's some nice shrubberies in the corners and stuff. And Fenlis is gonna take a seat there. Zelia's gonna pop over here. But the two redheads, the guy doesn't seem to notice, or if he does, he doesn't act like he notices. The woman catches notice of the two boofs, and you see her eyes go wide for a little bit, but then she gets caught back up in her conversation with her brother. She looked very excited to see two large boofs. You looked at her as she looked in your direction, her eyes went wide with glee, but then her brother said something and she's like, "Oh my god, why?" And she even says it loudly in common. And then they go back to talking in the language none of you speak. After a little while, you see a lot of people sort of milling about past this doorway up here, because this is the door you came in.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. You guys have seen over the past about 20 minutes a lot of people coming and going, it looks like, from this doorway. But it's more they're coming in from here and then going this way. They're not actually coming into here.
Okay.
But it looks like, for some reason, this particular base is this particular group of mercs is pretty busy, which, considering, despite the size of it, you haven't seen many other, what you presume to be members, the two redheads. But there's been a lot of going ons. You even saw this dude who looked. You even saw this rocket raccoon looking dude walk in with some guy being followed by an Imperial probe droid, some blonde chick who looked like she'd murdered the fuck out of you just by staring at you, and some random purple-haired tiefling girl. And it was a very odd little collection, especially because most of them looked annoyed with the raccoon guy.
Over my shoulder, I just asked the tieflings in the corner, "Is it always this lively around here?"
The two of them look at you. The guy sort of just gives you a look, and looks at his sister and sort of gestures to it, and this sort of unspoken, "You want this or should I?" And she's just she just puts her head in her hand on her head, hands on either side of her head, and just looks at the table, just gestured him to do it. No, not really. I mean, we got a lot of new guys trying to prospectively join us, but I mean, it's a surprisingly big push today. It's usually not this busy. Frig, I feel bad for Victoria, man.
Looking for new recruits.
He kind of shrugs. Yes and no. We're not actively recruiting, but apparently, well, we did a thing recently. It kind of got our names out there a bit more, and now we're a little bit popular. Christ, big man's.
Do
Oh,
I recall this thing that happened?
no.
What exactly was it that you did?
Ah, who was on that job? Was it the big man or was it just the? You see his sis, the girl, like she's like counting, like tapping on like some invisible keyboard almost. It was. Leo was there. I know Leo was there. Who else? She's actually like snapping her fingers like in frustration, trying to recall. Is it Leo? Leo, it was... Tracy was on the gig too. And... Oh, right, it's the one with... Oh, it was that one with Barbosa in it. And then at which point, the other guy's like, oh, right. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. It doesn't get much more, like, big and notable than some asshole with a guitar appearing on a Jumbotron and jamming out a song out of nowhere. Which, you're going to infer pretty easily, that guy you saw with the guitar is named Barbosa.
Got it.
Because you've only seen one person with a guitar here, and judging by the reaction, there's only one guy with a guitar on the bass.
So they haven't, just so I'm clear, they haven't said exactly what the job was. Other than it apparently involved Barbosa jamming out at a Jumbotron.
Yeah, apparently there was it sounds like there was a spectacle of it. You don't know what, because it sounds like they don't really know a lot of the details. But like the guy's like, yeah, I mean, we didn't really hear about it until about 5 hours ago, because we just got back from our own job.
If I may be so bold, what was this job you undertook?
Little stuff, nothing, big, fancy, worth writing home about. He like sizes you up. You a freelancer?
I am, actually.
Well, he like looks past and you see, he like looks past like he's looking towards the door like some more people are just coming or going. Well, if you want to get in line, you can certainly try your hand at joining up with us. Doesn't look like the bosses particularly pick. As you hear that, you hear a scream, and it looks like someone goes literally flying through the door as like they'd been thrown. And you hear a, and start out! And like they pauses, never mind, Blake's on bouncer duty. To which the girl like looks over her shoulder. Never heard his voice crack like that before. That's concerning.
I suppose I could try my hand.
Well, might have to wait in line. It's a pretty big line, I think. Actually, I don't even know what number they're up to now. We'd have to ask Victoria. Name's, Roy, by the way. It's yours.
Deakio. Nice to meet you, Roy.
Nice to meet you. The, charming one here is my sister, Rhea. And she's just like, hi.
A pleasure. And I give a slight bow.
Rhea then looks over in the direction of Celestine and like, they friends of yours?
More like acquaintances. We just recently met.
At this point, Zelia pipes in. Yeah, you know how it goes. Wake up on a strange cargo ship in a barrel, pop your way out, have to deal with some bandits with a giant party bus. And Roy's just like, damn, that sounds like a fucking party.
Oh, it is.
At this point, Rhea also, like, she's still looking over at the doggos, and she, like, kind of gets up and, like, walks over and, like, starts trying to pet the husky and just kneels down and just pets the husky. He's fluffy.
Cause fluffy.
Oh, 1 second. Oh, I'll be right back, guys. 1 second.
Okay. can't believe I nat won that. That was legit. I think that was the first nat 1 of the game. Thankfully it was on a perception check. That wasn't important.
I think I've rolled a few twos and threes, but I don't think I've gotten a one yet.
I mean,
Sorry for not super enthusiastic either while I'm playing, guys. It's like 3:30 in the morning or something. So I usually sleep early before I come up and get this.
It's all good, man. Yeah, I watched the first episode of the new campaign for Critical Role last night. First roll of the new campaign is a nat 20. That was legit. That was hilarious.
What is it called? Critical Role?
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Is it on YouTube or?
It is on YouTube. They stream weekly on Twitch as well.
Who is it ran by?
Geek and Sundry. The DM is Matt Mercer.
Okay, yeah, no, I usually watch stuff by Performance Check or Puff and Forest, or the D&D channel also does stuff.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to watch if you just need like content, you know. D&D games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit fucking pissed, man. I somehow lost my Ruby fighter gloves. I don't know where the fuck they went.
With that gauntlet, or?
I think he's talking to me up in TeamSpeak.
It's still something with like 10 strength on it to run around with. It's level 15. Can't find them. Not on the auction house. No, because I was using them just a few days ago. Yeah, I probably accidentally vendored them or some shit. That sucks.
Any of you guys been watching the Overwatch League?
No.
No, we're on a break.
Yeah, I just watched the first game that I saw a few hours ago. It's, I don't know. It is kind of funny. The teams are running not people from like the areas that they're from. They're just like recruiting people internationally. So the London team is just 6 Korean kids. They're doing pretty well so far, but I don't know. I decided to go with London because their colors are better. I'm Floridian, but I hate the color scheme for Mayhem, and they're not doing very well either. So
I think the last pro circuit I watched was for Gears of War. That was a while ago now.
Yeah,
Gears 4, yeah. I'm a big fan of Gears 4.
I've never played any of those. I don't have a system that runs Gears. Well, I think it's on one of them's on PC, isn't it?
Yes.
Well,
I want to say you can play most of them with Windows now. I think. Don't quote me on that.
yeah.
I know at least the more recent ones you can. I picked them up for Xbox One though because my computer is slowly turning into potato.
They do that.
They do that. Slowly but surely I'm buying parts for a new PC.
Yeah, for real.
Wow, that was
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah, I got my mom's making a blanket with a bunch of pineapples on it, so I'm like, oh, I'm making an Anora blanket. Gotcha. Frig, I've lost my place too. Alright, there was the guy who was just shouting and stay out, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And Rhea was petting the doggos.
Yep. That was the last thing, I think, is...
Yeah.
I said I would get in line. Rhea went to pet doggo.
Yeah. But as she's petting the still nameless husky, here, Victoria returns and just sort of bemused look in her one visible eye at her apparent employee, which is more obvious because you can now see on the sleeve of Rhea's jacket is a Dragon War insignia. So, definitively
a member.
Yeah, just bemused look at her employee. Those of you who came with the heavy transport, would you come with me, please?
I get up and proceed to follow.
Alrighty. Everyone else going with too?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alrighty. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna move you guys. Bits. Copy. Unfortunately, this time the husky does not appear to follow you as you go with. Oh, damn it. That is, thank you. One second again. And back.
Welcome back.
Friggin' shit. You know what, let's just put both of them down and see which one is the correct one. Oh wait, it is this one. Oh shit. I put the map on the token layer for that other page. Fuck. Your new party member, the entire second floor of this base. Yeah, no. Okay. Now we're good. Oh wait, that one was on the... shit. I should have prepared this ahead of time, but I'm dumb. Then I am bad at predicting how things go. Ah, shit, I gotta expand the... Expand. Expand Doge. Wait, was it that one? Oh no, it was this one, right? I'm stupid. Whatever. And let's get you guys over to this map. You guys are led to a conference room on the second floor by Victoria, who taps something on her pad, and then in the middle of the conference table, you see a 3D hologram of your new vehicle has appeared. It seems that you are in possession of something stolen from the Kreno Police Department. It was to be their new riot command tank.
Well, that size bandits, I won't be commanding much.
Quite. I also understand you had turned over a member of the band who had acquired this vehicle before entering the city?
Yes.
Well, this vehicle was reported... Well, this thing had gone missing long enough ago that they had built another one and had it properly delivered to the Kreno Police Department. So, by all accounts, this one is effectively up for grabs. So it would seem you are indeed the new owners, but I would give you a condition for keeping it.
Condition B.
Well, she sort of like scans the group and then sort of settles back on Zakio. Are any of you freelancers?
I just raised my hand.
Well, she looks at Scar. I know you're not a freelancer.
Absolutely not.
Well, a matter was recently brought to our attention that a member of your order would be appreciated for coming along with, and, well, seeing as you were also reported missing and have now obviously been found, things may need to be smoothed over with your superiors, but if you'd be willing to work with us, I believe we can make an arrangement, as I suspect you all might want to know why you were in the predicament you found yourselves in.
Yeah, quite curious that.
Did you say something, Lodo?
I was gonna say, as long as I can contact my order first and report in and get confirmation, then yeah.
Absolutely. She gestures back towards the door. The room across the way has a secure comm terminal you can use.
Got it. I'll use it once we're done with the conversation.
Yeah, it's this room up here. But as for the matter, taps her hand, and the tank is replaced with the layout of what you assume to be some manner of shipyard. Given how it's like full of like, you know, the big ass shipping containers you see in like Bond movie finales.
Right.
This airship yard in the city of Kreno has had a rather interesting past few months, as we've come to discover. A couple of pictures appear. This woman here, hold on, I forgot to pull up this lore. Fuck. Where's the lore?
Lore.
Oh, wait. Shit! The lore isn't there. The lore is in a different spot. Ah!
Oh no, why?
The moment when I have to go hunting in my own computer for my own damn lore. Ah!
And that's when he knew. He fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Ah, here it is. This is Officer Rachel Einhorn. She was one of the, by all accounts, more ambitious or inspired officers on the force, and given a recent string of presumed illicit activity in the vicinity of this shipyard, had decided to follow, well, against the warnings of her partner. The other image lights move slightly. Tom Ventura had gone to investigate the strange incidents. Upon her subsequent disappearance and failure to return to her work the following day, her partner reported to their command to the chief inspector, which in turn led to them uncovering a very strange chain of missing persons. It started with, by all accounts, nameless nobodies. The kind, poor, destitute folks who'd be living off the streets that no one would really miss, as unfortunate as it is to accept. Then escalated into young adults, some teachers, and finally the disappearance of one Officer Sigmund Iota. And a picture appears. He looks remarkably similar to Devlin, but you assume he might just have a similar aesthetic preference to Devlin. But like, you know, he's got like the eye displays that looks like it would do wingdings and shit if he got hit. And but his disappearance is where things got more interesting. A section, as she says, it's a section of the shipyard lights up on the map. His GPS tracking beacon, when they sent him to investigate the shipyard, given the also rather abrupt cease of apparently illicit activities not long ago, a ping, a little blip appears on the map. This was his last known GPS ping before his signal went completely dead, and no one has seen him since. What makes this additionally odd is the readouts fall around it, as I'm sure anyone with a brain could presume, but I'll enlighten you nonetheless. Most people who do illicit activities involving dangerous substances, such as, well, I would assume you don't need me to explain this, but typically you don't see a lot of people in the trade of elemental crystals. Primarily because, well, they're rather obvious if you transport them in anything other than a shielded container. This area, a rather large bubble appears in the shipyard. It looks to be about 100 feet across, centered on exactly where Sigmund's signal went dead. This whole area is giving off a large reading of mana, akin to that of a large stockpile of elemental crystals. The Kreno PD naturally was not thrilled to find a serious potential radiological hazard in the middle of their city. What makes it stranger still is the lengths they've gone to react to it, at least if you ask me. 3 emblems appear, and if you're not Jinx or Skara, roll me a knowledge. This would be history check, if you have any points in knowledge history. Oh, well, Kel had no points in history, and he doesn't know anyways. Let's try. Yeah, because you crit failed, and you're not supposed to roll skills you're untrained in, like that.
Okay. But
that's why I said if you had ranks in it, but whatever.
He not one, so he less than doesn't know.
It's the first time you've seen 2 of these symbols. The third one is Dragon Roars.
Fucking sleep over here.
Here's like a sleeping doggo, and like suddenly these images like appear in your face, and you start on the chair. Let's see. Oh, Fenless knows. gonna assume Sneck doesn't have any points in knowledge history, but Fenlis, Skara, and Zakio, all three of you know that those are, well, aside from the obvious one that is Dragon War's emblem, the other two are for two other big name mercenary groups, the Shadow Step Legion and Sagely Dynamics. These three organizations have all been called in to assist with the investigation, which, considering the potential scope of how much of a area is apparently giving off hazard warnings, I can't say I blame them for overreacting, even if I still find it a touch excessive. And given how your acquisition links back to the Kreno Police Department, I am willing to infer that perhaps whatever unsavory types had all of you abducted and placed in those containment items. Sorry, that was me. In those containers might be related to these other missing persons. So, would you be willing to help us resolve this situation?
I would.
Mm-hmm.
As I was saying, once I've cleared through my order, I'll help so long as they task me to do so.
Very well. Fenlis has been looking at this all with like a morbid sort of fascination on his face. I'll help.
Glasses adjust.
Yep, like full on, like his eye, like he looks like Gendo Ikari right now. I'll help. She looks at Celestine and Sneck. And you? Alright. Now just looking at Celestine. And you?
I follow the will of Vernai, but a mount of crystals of this size, one area, can do far too much harm than good.
In that we are in agreement, and I think you might find yourself over the place with someone. And then she looks in the direction of Zelia. And yourself? She kind of like leans back in her chair. Truth be told, I have my own thing I'd rather be doing right now, but if it finds out why I was stuffed in the goddamn barrel, count me in as well. Very well then. She taps on a few things. You can come in now. And entering through the door are two people. One, neither of them you recognize. Well, no. Scar recognizes this guy. He was the other one who showed up at your temple with Victoria before.
Okay.
And then a large dragonborn man. Who, it's kind of strange. You can tell he's a dragonborn. Like, there's the green skin, the scales, the eyes, the everything. But you're pretty sure he's not fully blooded dragonborn because he looks elvish, kind of. But more predominantly on the lizard side of things. Like, he's pretty much like a fucking, not quite an Aura, but along those lines. And he's got a fairly cocky grin on his face. He's like, all right, so you guys will be joining me and Leo here on the little expedition. All right. He holds out his hand to the first person in range, which happens to be Skara. Marcus Ragnar, nice to meet you.
Greetings, I'm Skara, the Order of Thunderous.
All right, from those guys.
Do I know anything of Marcus? Because I believe
he's the leader of Dragon Roar. You know that very easy. You're kind of surprised he's that short.
I was trying to remember what we discussed, if I knew anything else about him or just knew.
Yeah, this was a piece of lore I gave only you. You knew that the name of the leader of Dragonor was Marcus Ragnar.
Okay.
You were the only one who knew that. But yeah, that is the head honcho of these mercs.
This investigation just got a lot more interesting.
You never know. I mean, if I had the hunch, he like sort of looks it over. Probably catch Bane there himself too, so he'll definitely be a party. Just, don't step on nothing you don't know. And, well, don't piss off the cops, but that comes naturally.
Of course.
You guys will be helping me, and he sort of whacks his buddy in the arm. Me and Leo here in our contribution to the efforts. And bigger team than I thought I'd have, but hey, you guys got a beef with whoever the hell's in that freaking hole in the ground, apparently. Welcome to come along.
Yep.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to come along. And I just kind of rub my hands together half maniacally.
Marcus also he looks you over and then he sort of pauses and he kind of sees the end of Orzal's hilt. The hell's that? To which Orzal immediately decides to pipe up, Orzal, the Endless Render, nice to meet ya. Oh god, these rules! Leo, he looked kind of stoic. His eyes just shot wide. Excuse me?
I'm assuming he rolled high and knows exactly what Orzal is.
He crit.
Oh god, he knows what Orzal is.
Yeah, all three of them do. Leo just had the biggest reaction to it. Victoria, you see her just start typing something. Well, then it looks like
I just rest a hand on the hilt and give a cocky smirk.
Marcus is just he looks over at Victoria. Why the hell do we keep finding people like this? And Victoria's like, he's not even on our payroll. And Marcus is like, I know, but it counts. Come on. It just, whatever. Just follow me, please.
I definitely follow. Keeping the cocky smirk on my face.
Just to help you guys out real quick, and he just he leads you down to the room with all the beds in it, where you find another Dragonborn. Well, you're pretty sure she's a Dragonborn. She looks like a shark that's walking.
That's new.
Well, to be fair, it's if you made Dragonborn, but instead of it being Dragonborn, it's a shark.
Right.
Just so you know, Sharkborn. And she, upon seeing you guys, comes in. She's like, "Oh, hello!" And then she catches sight of Celestine. Puppy! It's a puppy!
Woof.
You'd never think you'd hear something that should, by all rights, be roaring dangerously, make a squee, but you have. Oh, he's a cute puppy! She walks over and pats you on the head.
Yay, Pats.
Oh, he's a good puppy. And Marcus, this is Sammy. They probably need to be looked at. Oh, right. Over here, please. And she gestures to the various beds, to which I'll just, for the sake of speech, you all lay down, and a few button presses later, this sort of warm sensation trails through your whole body. And in Zakio's case, Orzal actually kind of lights up a little bit. And any daily limited abilities you have expended are now returned. And you're at full health.
Okay.
So this does mean you have all of Orzal's casts back.
That was a pool of 3, correct?
Yeah. Orzal has 3 casts of Replica Rush. But, you know, Channel Positive Energy, Lay on Hands, spell slots. If you expended it, it's back.
Gotcha.
Okay, you should be good to go then. Be careful. And Celestine, you actually notice this as you walk through. There's a small shrine to Vernai behind the desk of this medic.
I want to show her my pillow.
Oh, it's a nice pillow. It looks really soft.
Celestine is ecstatic to the point where he might be a danger to be in the room because his tail could knock it off.
Yeah, no, but you're pretty sure that this shark lady is a follower of Vernai.
Shark Lady is a friend.
Yeah. He just pats you on the head. My name is Sammy. Nice to meet you.
I'm Celestine. Nice to meet you.
And just all the patting you just keep seeing in the corner. Sammy will remember this. Celestine will remember this. Sammy will remember this. Celestine will remember this. Just keeps happening.
And I just kind of...
Fuck! I unplugged my headset slightly. But yeah, no. It's just a feedback loop of positive relationship points between the the player character and the NPC. And Mark is just like, Sammy, we need to go. Oh, sorry. See you when you get back, Celestine.
Okay.
And you guys are led to a small shuttle in the vehicle bay of the base. It's about the size of one of those shuttles in like the Avengers movies.
What, the Quinjets?
Yeah.
Quinjet!
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I didn't know what the fuck they were called, so I was just like, whatever. But yeah, it's a Quinjet. And to scale, that big ass airship you saw, probably about the size of those big carriers from those movies.
Mm.
It doesn't have like the big like wing turbines, but it's a big ass airship. Marcus just, hops in, gets in the pilot seat. Leo hops in next to him. Oh yeah, and before you do that, Skara, you are given a chance to talk to your superior.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'll have like a teleconference with the headquarters or whatever.
Yeah, you're to TLDR, your CEO wants someone from their order to check this out in case some serious shit goes down, because it's not in technically what's considered the domain of Fendris, but it's close enough that they want to make sure it's not going to spill over.
Gotcha. Okay,
So so if you're going to work with Dragonor for this, that would be very appreciated.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept the orders and just report in general what happened to me also.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't remember exactly what happened the last day you remember before you woke up in that cell, besides the fact you were basically on patrol with 2 other guys in your squad, and then that's the last thing you remember. To hear the story, they tell it, your 2 buddies were killed, and you were apparently abducted.
Okay.
So, they were at least kind of new, so you weren't close to them, but it still sucks that a couple guys you were working with are gone now.
Yeah.
But alrighty, y'all get underway and are taken out via airship across most of Rillisert, because Brocklet's not exactly that close to the trees, to the forest around at the border of Arbellum. But it's kind of a long trip. It takes you another... Well, you would assume it would take longer if you went by land. But flying, only takes you about 2.5 hours to get there.
During that time, I'm just quizzing Marcus without bothering him too much, because I assume he's piloting, about Dragon Roar and the jobs they've been on.
Oh no, Leo's
Leo
took over flying at one point. But Marcus is like, he's actually kind of surprised that someone's like so interested, because like to hear him tell like something, this was like kind of a whim idea of mine. I mean, sure, I wanted to do something involving my, talented, like a little flicker of fire appears in his hand as he says that. But I mean, I didn't think I'd get this popular, or at least this famous. So kind of a surprise. Also, I still wonder how the hell no one, with like all technology being what it is, how the fuck no one has gotten a picture of me before now? What kind of shitty ass reporters they got on my case?
Apparently every single one.
Freaking see. At least I got the ones who can't do their jobs. But oh my god, water bottle, I need another one. I talk too much. Oh god.
Yeah, the gist of my basic questioning is basically inferring to Marcus I'm interested in joining the guild.
Oh no, he got that after about the third question. So you have a feeling he might be keeping an eye on. But again, the biggest thing you heard of about him is again that incident with the Jumbotron and the Keytar. He gives you about as much information as you got from the two tieflings.
Which wasn't much.
You got like
happened.
You got Jack and all, and he's just like, I read the report and I still barely believe what I saw. Because you also get the feeling he does actually know what happened. He's just telling you what he's willing to tell you. Because confidentiality and closed records and shit.
Which is fair. I understand this.
He also gives like all of you a warning if you end up poking around the base a bit after they get back from sorting this out. Watch out for Barbosa. We're not sure what all he decides to do sometimes. We're pretty sure he's got a big picture in mind. We just don't know what that picture ever is. He even points this guy. You in particular might want to keep a wide step away from him. Just because he might be a bit too out there for you.
I'll just kind of nod and
you could infer that he knows what Fenris is about and like what their paladins can do. So you suspect this guy might be kind of chaotic.
No, I'm not even going to try to use Tech Chaos.
Well, you're too far away at this point anyways. Also, Celestine, if you ever put your head near like one of the sides of the cockpit, you'll discover there is a window that can open.
Yes. So I think from this high up, my lungs might collapse.
You're not terribly high up, but if you try to get the window open, Leo would actually let you stick your head out through the side of the airship. It's a little nippy, but it's a little cold and a little quick wind, but it's like, woo, air!
I would
Stick my head out the window, pull it back in, and I have a snow beard.
Yeah,
you like
assume a ship that size, you can't necessarily get high enough to have to pressurize and have oxygen and all that shit.
Nope.
Fucking
They're going more
beard.
for... Yeah, so there's a slightly frosty Celestine when he pulls his head back in. Okay, and we're going to... Hold on. Frickin'... No, hold on. Settings... Cancel... No, I don't want to... How do I do the thing with this? Ah, there it is. Nope, not. God damn it.
Thought it was that thing, but it wasn't that thing.
I hit the wrong frickin' button. You'd think I'd get better at using this frickin' system, this frickin' Roll20 after having had it for as long as I have, but no, not today, scum. But as you guys eventually touch down at the edge of the airship yard and disembark, you see a rather large police line. Like, they got everything out. They got SWAT dudes. There's SWAT dudes. There's some dudes in power armor. There's, like, just regular cops. There's a couple fire trucks standing by in case something bursts into flames. It's like as much as they can muster with short of getting the actual military involved, basically. Including, as Celestine very quickly notices, some SWAT hounds.
Oh,
My kin! And not like little SWAT hounds, no. These things would be like... In any other campaign, they'd be direwolves you'd be fighting in like a forest. These are big dogs.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a couple of dire SWAT hounds ready to go. Wait a second. Go with that size for this. And we need different music for this. I'm gonna turn off that one.
And a different map question mark?
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not gonna plonk you out a map for everything.
That's fine. That's why I said question mark.
Mm-hmm.
This line of people is basically forming a perimeter around this thing.
Around the exit of the shipyard, yeah. We'll use this music. And upon your guys' ship landing, you see a cop like sort of jogging towards you. He's like, "Hey, you guys with Dragon Roar?" To which, Marcus steps up. Yeah, they're with me. You guys got a camp closer to this thing, or are we gonna have to stay behind the line? He's like, Nah. Officer Tom Ventura, just follow me. Then he leads you to a massive tent a little bit ways into the shipyard.
What time is it at this point? We're coming up on evening, aren't we?
Yeah, it's about 6-ish.
Okay.
You guys got some food along the way. Marcus had brought some travel, like TV dinners and stuff. Except
MREs.
No, fancier than that. Except for Celestine. Celestine got basically a chunk of cow to chew on.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, he was like got hold like a hunk of steak to just chow down. Like, big guy gotta eat. Doggo man here. So you guys have had some food, so don't worry about it.
Anyway,
and
we're being led to tents.
Yeah, you're being led to like the command area. And 5 people stand out to most of you. You especially, Zakio, because you know who this man is.
Okay.
2 of them have very, like... It's like that Symmetra's Vishkar skin, where she looks all, like, businessy.
Okay.
And they clearly have sagely dynamic sigils on, like, their shoulders. The other 3 look considerably more like they're trying to cosplay Vax. Except the big guy, he looks a lot like Hellboy if Hellboy was an orc instead of a demon. And you know that man. That is the leader of Shadow Step. That's Bane. And he's the first one to notice you out of everyone there. He's like, "Ah, Marcus, you brought some friends. About time you got here." And he's like, "Hey, Bane, how's it going?" You know, just waiting for eggheads to finish doing their thing. One of the two guys in the stage, I think, like shoots him a look, just like, "Oh my god, shut up." And he's like, "I take it they're with you. Alright, since you all in Dragon are finally here." He looks at the associate. "Show them." Well, the other guy, an elf, he starts tapping on a keyboard, and another display pops up showing ground level, the area around the shipyard where the last signal on that police officer was. Sorry. Seeing as how you were all undoubtedly brought up to speed before we arrived, I'll cut to the chase. We were waiting for your arrival before we used a device to potentially map out what could be underneath this particular container, and one of the shipping containers lights up in like an orange color compared to the blue of the rest, as we found inside of it some manner of elevator leading downwards. So he taps like a comm button. Do it. And you see a ping, like naval sonar, go off.
Right.
And it follows a shaft underneath that thing down about 50, 60 feet before suddenly it just spider webs out into a rather large facility of some sort. And all the mercs there, like all the major mercs there, like sort of look at this and like, "What the fuck?" And Leo's like, "Hey, how'd something like this get put underneath of a freaking public shipyard?" And the NPCs, like, they start like chatting amongst themselves about things. To get the gist of it, it seems, prime theory, there was some renovations on the shipyard not within like the last year. They're thinking some guy slipped in some secret underground evil base in the construction, in the costs somehow. But they did catch on like one of the far ends of the base another what looked like part of another elevator shaft. Another shaft. You see the guy at the computer hitting some more buttons, and then it pans over to like a 3D map of the city. It superimposes, and then it pings to the most probable location of that other thing. Leads to there's like an actual pause, and he looks, "A laundromat." What? And then you see Bane and Marx's eyes narrow. "What laundromat?" The Kubrick clean chain. And then you see Bane like freaking punch his fist together. "I knew that those fucking things were up to no good. How did they get shit that clean without being dirty?" And Marcus like looks at Bane just like, "Okay." So we got 2 points of entry. One's here, one's in a fucking laundromat. We got a plan for this now? To which Bane just pipes up, "Me, Skitters, and Steve will go in the back way. You guys hit him up front, because, well, if big team goes in one side, they'll make a lot of attention if there's any guys down there. And then, at the very least, you guys might have a scrap, but a sneakier ones will definitely get at anything good." Marcus, he looks at you guys. "Sound fine with you dudes?"
Works for me. I'm always down for a scrap.
Just give a nod.
What was that, Lodo?
I'll just give a nod.
All right. Actually, he looked. Zelia like said, "I'll go with them," and she points at the shadow step guys. I'm well. She turns invisible for a second, then reappears. Pretty handy at sneaking. And Bane's like, "Ooh, I like her."
I just subtly give Bane a bit of a side eye.
If you do, it appears he does not give a shit. Okay, but you guys now have kind of at least one obvious point of entry. Not big enough? No, it's not big enough. No, I didn't want that tab. I wanted this tab. Thank you. Fucking damn it! Roll 20 while you do. Actually, no, let's not make it that big. Let's make it this big. There we go. Okay. But, oh, wait, whoops, this is the wrong set of tokens. But now you guys have a parent route in. And Marcus sends Leo off to go with Bane's crew as well. Because, like, the rest of you y'all, it's going to be a big split. Just, you know, make things a bit easier. And paste. Tokens there. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. Okay. So let's just get to the point of things, and you're all led to the spot, taken down on the and enter the elevator, go down, and you now find yourselves in the bottom middle of this map. And hold on, we need something a bit better for this than this music now. No, that's too happy. This'll work. Yeah, this'll work. This will work. Guys, find yourselves at the bottom.
Or shrink everybody's face picture.
In the chat box on the side, you click the gear. You should find a thing for a player avatar size to make them smaller.
What?
Catch that, Kel?
Oh. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, you can make them smaller or just not be there. But as you guys and Marcus come down the thing, once you hit the bottom, you hear a clunk and look at the panel, and it says lift on lockdown, facility on alert. However, you don't hear any alarms.
Still best to play it as though we're expected.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Well, what kind of... Is it just... Are they your typical, like, hotel solid elevator doors?
No, it's if you've ever had, it's like the, you know, the platform you ride down where you fight Gaius on in the Praetorium.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those, but smaller. Closer for like more like about, you'd say, 10 people at best could fit in this thing without being cramped. Or just you know, a couple really big things. But you're in the middle of a room on this lift, and there's a open doorway in front of you with light coming through it. What do you do?
I'm gonna draw my sword just to be safe and proceed slowly toward the door.
All right, roll for stealth. And if y'all want to follow and be sneaky about it, roll stealth as well.
19.
I'll draw my sword, but I'm not going to stealth. I'm just gonna kind of hang back. I'll still follow the party, but I'm not gonna go first.
Okay. Oh, baby, Cal.
Sneaky puppy.
And then there's Snack just like, all y'all motherfuckers ain't shit on me.
Okay, Vax disappearing from existence.
He didn't crit. People don't forget he exists yet.
I think I'm actually untrained in stealth anyways. So, yeah.
Well, you could still roll on it, because it's not a skill you need training in to roll. It's just based on your dex modifier, so I don't think you have a good dex, so it would just be a flat d20 roll.
Yeah.
Let's try with Fenless. So he's going to try to be sneaky. Nope. Marcus. Nah. Okay, yeah, he's fine. But, so you're stealthing up to the door?
Yes.
Alright, Marcus will kind of step ahead of you, poke his head through, stand up, and, hold on, I need to draw lines. Let me move this damn fucking... Let me move the fucking thing, you piece of shit. Oh, whatever.
Work with me.
Plan B, let's just expand it and then shrink it and move it like it's a fucking accordion. There we go. That... Still not what I want. There we go. The two red lines are walls that have glass windows in them, and in between them is some manner of metal detector. There is nobody in the room or in any of the security stations.
I'm gonna step fully into the room next to Marcus. Are there any signs of like any sort of struggle or anything weird out of the ordinary, besides the fact that it's not manned?
Nope. It looks perfectly fine. Unscathed. The metal detector looks like it's slightly shorting out, but that's about it as far as weird looks go.
Strange that a security post would be manned.
Place makes my fur stand on end.
As it should, and it definitely will, because I found better music. Just need to get it real quick.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh god. That one is also sexual.
Alright, let's turn off this theme because it's not spooky enough. And here's your new theme for this dungeon.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm. It's just called Omen. But, do you go forward?
I do, yes.
Alright. Fenless is gonna catch up. Marcus approaches the...
I go up to the metal detector.
Do you walk through it, or just stick your hand up, or just walk up to it?
I walk up and stick my sword through it just to see if it goes off.
It tries to, and then it just shorts out and breaks.
Okay.
You hear and then there's like sparks and some smoke come out of it. You also notice some light suddenly to your left, and apparently, in the security room over here, something has lit up.
I'm gonna go over to it and see what it is.
You get in easily enough. The door was unlocked, apparently, and when you get inside, you see why. There's a key card stuck in the door on the inside. Like in the electronic lock, the key card's stuck in there.
I pull the key card.
It won't come out.
Shit.
It's when I said it was stuck in there, I was not being like I was not fucking with you. It's stuck.
Jeez. How the hell's a key card get stuck in a fucking card reader?
Can I sniff the air to see if I pick up anything?
Roll survival.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You notice one thing. The air feels very cold. Like winter evening kind of cold, but like it's not winter outside. I mean, sure, it could just because it's underground, but why does it smell like a cold winter evening? And upon you, I presume, pointing this out, everyone else starts to notice it's kind of cold in here. Not like uncomfortably so, but it's a little nippy.
I take a couple quick breaths just to see if it's cold enough to see your breath.
Nope.
No, not that cold? Okay.
Nope.
Do I see what was lit up?
Yeah, one of the security terminals.
I go up to the terminal. Do I see anything in particular, like any...
It's asking for a password input, but behind it is apparently a reminder that just says, "Hey, dumbass, get him to fix the goddamn metal detector."
Huh. Apparently the metal detector's been broken for a while. Maybe someone should get into this computer and see if maybe we can see what we can see or figure out what might be going on here.
Mark's like, yeah, let me take a crack at it. And he walks over to the... No, I don't want to click on his token that much, damn it. Thank you. And he walks over, he's like, not the best at this, but I know a few things. And if not, I've got a backup plan. Starts typing. He suddenly looks very appalled. Oh my god, this security is terrible.
I know the feel.
He keeps typing away. Oh my god! He like clicks something, then clicks it off again. Oh god! Man, whoever owns this terminal whoever they have working at this terminal needs to be fired. Christ!
I happen to be standing behind him as he's doing his work. Did I happen to catch a glimpse?
Roll perception.
Before he closed it.
Roll perception.
Perception. 14.
Barely. But from what you glimpsed, you're pretty sure he is absolutely right to click it off. Like,
okay.
Fucking A, sick fucks and their damn... He just starts muttering and he keeps typing. Alright. Okay, there's a lockdown. Obviously, can't send the elevator back up. He pushes away from the computer, stands up. We ain't gonna get shit out of this terminal.
Well then. And I'm gonna proceed out the room and head towards this door over here. Or open way, whatever it is.
It's like one of those blast doors you saw in like on the Death Star in A New Hope.
Oh joy.
As you approach, though, it opens.
Oh goody. I will step through and kind of poke my head out and see what I see.
See a hallway that looks like it does on the map, but there's a set of doors. Like, hold on a second, let me get the draw shape tool out and let me change the color on it to something else. There's a door there, and you can kind of see one down here. That's what the light blue lines are.
Looks clear. Where do we want to go, though?
Mark's like pokes his head around the corner. You check that door. We'll check this one. He like motions for Fenless to follow him. Let's see. Let's roll. There is no investigation skill, and that really bothers me. So
I think that's just covered as a perception check.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Let's just perception if you want to investigate the door. So let's roll. Unless Druid elves, man.
I got 15 on my perception check.
Where'd Celestine go? Oh, there he is. I'm like, wait, where the fuck? And you're actually about here because that is also a closed door right there.
What, right where I'm at? Okay.
Yeah, I had to put the line in a second there, but it's a closed door. And for all y'all, for Skara and Zakio, door is locked. There does not appear to be any device to open it on this side of the door.
And this is another pretty hefty looking blast shield door.
This is a heftier blast door than the last one. Like, this one would take like an army of like arc welders or like plasma cutters to get through. It's thick. You wouldn't be like Qui-Gon just stuffing a lightsaber through it in episode 1. That wouldn't help much.
Give it a couple good pounds against the door, see what happens.
Nothing. Just boom, boom. It's very deep, very muffled. You don't think anyone could have heard that. On Fenlis's end, same story. It's heavily locked, but he also noticed another room, much like the one Kel's in front of, down the way. That is summarily locked. But, or at least it looks locked.
Yay.
You're just scratching at the door. Let me in.
Yeah. I scratched this door like an annoying SOB. Maybe they'll open it.
You're like scratching at it like with your one hand and the hand in the gauntlet, and it's like it doesn't want to. Christ. That was. You gonna try to investigate this door too, Jinx?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna investigate that one.
29.
Okay.
Okay.
Snack, roll your perception too, because it looks like you're gonna check that one. Okay. Skara, it's a fucking thick ass door for what looks like a not big room on the other side because there's a little window in it. And it's like, doesn't look like that big of a room. Why is this door so thick? Jinx and Sneck both spot a slightly out of place panel, and upon popping it open, it appears to be the controls for the door.
I'll tell Skara and Celestine to be ready. Just wait. Actually, do I see anything inside the room through the little window?
No.
Nothing at
It's
all.
very dark in there.
Okay, I will tell Celestine and Skara to kind of ready themselves just in case something's hiding in there, and I will.
Well,
proceed.
Skara can actually see in there because he has dark vision, and it's there's.
I can too.
Oh, the both of you see there's stuff in there. There doesn't appear to be like a person in there, but it looks like there's stuff in there. It's surprisingly indistinct. But it's probably because like the facility is still lit up behind you and that's throwing off your dark vision a little bit.
Is it like the same case for this door by me?
Yeah, it takes you you need a little help from Marcus to actually see through the window because it's too tall for you. But yeah, it's indistinct in there, but there's stuff in it.
I'll tell Celestine and Scar to be ready, just in case something's hiding out of view, because I'm assuming you can't see the entirety of the room through the window.
Yeah, no. Like, it looks like someone could be hiding, like, right underneath the window, potentially.
Yeah, just in case, before I proceed to open the door.
It opens. Nothing comes out. But the lights turn on, and it appears to just be... At best, this is a janitor's closet. At worst, there's a motherfucking slob for it. This guy's got a slobby office. For, since I assume Snake opens his door as well.
Yep.
Inside that one is, just like some random boxes labeled miscellaneous poking inside of them. Appears to just be like extra beakers and stuff. Science stuff, you'd say. You're not good with the sciences, but it's like glass bottles you'd find potions in. So they do science, probably?
Probably.
Finless also casts detect magic there, and he doesn't see anything. So your guys are gonna go probably catch back up with the rest because there's nothing actually further down that way. It's just how the map looks. So let me just move your token. No, let's move these two since Nick's got himself. Boop. But yeah, you guys found, like, Jinx found the janitor's closet.
Nothing here. Let's keep going.
Whoa, that is one messy room.
Yeah. Nope. Wow, that's gonna be really annoying. Actually, wait, no, let me get this. Oh, god damn it, it changes the color when I do that. But you guys can keep going if you want. I'm just doing things.
Is there a door?
There's no blast door down this hallway.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna proceed to...
The door you're in front of, Jinx, appears locked, and it looks like it has a spot for a key card.
Damn it.
Not the same kind of key card reader as the one you saw in the security thing, so the key card there probably wouldn't have helped you.
Okay.
Are you scratching at this door too, Kel?
Yes.
You notice it's a bit more... It's a bit colder, this door, than the last one. And the one Sneck is in front of actively appears to have some ice on it.
Nothing strange like that on my door, right?
No, yours is fine, but
Okay.
everyone roll perception.
Me?
Everyone.
Okay.
27.
Oh, Fenless don't hear shit. Damn, even a net 1 modifier, though. He's still got a 16.
That fucking modifier.
He's a druid, man.
Yep.
But, you all notice... Well, except Fenless, who's a little... caught up. He slipped on it, so he technically did notice, but he's a bit more concerned with the fact that you're like freaking slammed into the ground because he slipped on a patch of ice. But there's in where you can assume to be security cameras, it looks like a blast of ice took them out, and there's just like now iced over. And also on the floor in front of the door that Sneck is in front of, there's a trail of blood leading under it. That looks like it came running out of the heavier door in the middle of the room. It looks like it either came from here or from over this way.
Can I sniff it to determine species?
Roll survival. It's a no.
Poor little guy.
Judging from the pattern, he was running from something, and then either he made it in that room into that frosted door successfully, or he died in there. You can't tell, but you just see, some blood. It's not particularly fresh either. It's a little old. But, any of you try the doors?
Yeah.
I will try the door.
The one you're at, Zakio, does not open, and neither does the one Celestine's at. The one Sneck is at, if he tries the door, it does open. And make a reflex save.
Everybody?
No, just Sneck.
The ref.
Yeah, ref. Oh, yeah. You see a shape moving as the door opens. You jump back, and a frozen corpse hits the ground and slightly breaks in front of you. It appears to be a gnome.
Immediately proceed over to that door upon hearing that sound.
Well, as it turns out, only his right arm was actually frozen, and that's what broke. The rest of the guy is just a very cold corpse. It's a little sciencey looking gnome.
Okay. I peer into the room. Do I see anything offhand? Just from the doorway?
Looks like another storage room, but it actually has stuff in the containers. You see what looks like another box of full of alchemist fire vials back there.
Ooh. Before I proceed in the room, I'm gonna inspect the corpse, see what may kind of maybe discern what happened to him. Aside from the fact his arm got frozen, because that's the obvious thing.
Well, for starters, he's dead.
Yeah.
But make a perception. Actually, What are you trying to discern about the body? Like how it died, or just what happened to him in particular?
Yeah, what happened to him? Was he like attacked by some mage or something or anything like that?
That would be a heal check, and Fenlis will come over and investigate this guy as well.
Check. 12. And Scar, I guess, does as well. Gets a 6.
Scar, he's dead. Zakio, he was pissing himself with fear when he died.
Coward.
Not like actually pissing himself, but his face is like frozen in absolute horror. So he was scared shitless by something as he died.
Hmm.
And it looks like even before he keeled over, his right arm was the source of all the bleeding, because even what's left of the stump looks still pretty torn up.
Okay.
Fenlis turns. It seems like he either, considering aside from like the wound there, it appears that if the ice didn't kill him directly or the blood loss, he may have had a heart attack too.
So there might be something of, at least some form of decently power roaming about with an affinity to ice, apparently.
What about me?
Oh, did you make a heal check?
Yeah.
You discern the same thing as Fenlis, but it doesn't look like it was like you've seen magically caused like people's hearts like stopping before. It appears this guy actually was just really unlucky and had a heart attack because of all the like adrenaline and shit pumping through him. He definitely didn't die because
had
of
a heart
cold.
attack.
He legit was like in a seriously bad way, and like he had a heart attack, and because he was frozen, he was like stuck to the door.
Jesus.
So this guy had a very bad day, had a heart attack, and died after getting chased by something.
Remind me, Snake's door was the one that was frosted over?
Yeah, that's the one that this guy came out of. That this dead gnome came out of.
And then my character doesn't know this, but Celestine's door was considerably colder.
No.
No?
Celestine's door was colder than the last one, but the one for Snakes was colder still because it's actually frozen.
Okay, gotcha.
But do you investigate the corpse? Besides, checking how he died?
I want to.
Alright.
Yeah, I will.
You won't have to roll for this one. He doesn't have anything on him besides his ID badge, which is Ernest Finkelstein. And it appears to also be a key card.
Taking key card.
Alrighty. Mark's like looks at his shoulder and then looks at the door. Think you'd open that one?
Give it a
Pointing
shot.
toward the one towards the north or the south?
He points towards this one first.
Oh, that one, okay.
You hear a chime of, "Welcome, Dr. Finkelstein," as the door opens.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna start to make my way inside room F.
Okay. Storage room. Only thing that stands out is what Zakio saw and thought was a case of alchemist fire. It is indeed a case of alchemist fire. It's been opened and about 3 vials are missing, but it's still got another 13 vials of alchemist fire in it.
We're putting all of these in Darian's bag.
Okay.
Endless.
You guys got a lot of fucking alchemist fire now. He is up to 29 vials of alchemist fire.
Jesus. At least we got some fire grenades.
Yeah, you got plenty. You're going to have to pass them out from him before you fight anything if you want to use them, though.
Yeah.
But just for your stock, I have it all listed in his bag of holding. But Celestine has gone to investigate the room of Mr. Science Gnome.
Yes.
You find was definitively, in your experience, you've seen this before, it looks like a typical alchemist lab, like in like a little mom and pop shop. There's like some beakers and shit. There's some metal stuff you don't recognize. It's probably like more advanced alchemy you can wager. Or just, technologically aided alchemy.
Okay.
There's his desk. There's a desk sized for a gnome. A chair sized for a gnome. Computer. Not sized for a gnome because, well, it's a fucking computer.
So what you're telling me is it's basically like I'm in a dollhouse and the only normal thing in here is the computer.
Well, it looks like if you sat down on the floor, you could sit at the desk perfectly fine. It's more like Lalafell scale. But you do notice very easily the chair is knocked over. There looks to be like some claw marks made of ice in a few places on the ground and also one on the wall. And there's an anatomy skeleton in the one corner.
Enemy skeleton of what?
Anatomy skeleton, just like just a skeleton hanging up like you'd
human
see in like
skeleton.
it's just like a skeleton, like it looks like a human skeleton probably.
Is the computer running?
Roll intelligence.
While he's doing that, can I examine the claw marks, maybe discern what made them?
Kel, you're not good with computers. You're like, you like push a button and it lights up. It was apparently in sleep mode. But roll Arcana or Planes or anything you think would define as understanding what creature this is. Nature would also work.
That's what I was thinking, either nature or survival. Let me find nature here. Where did it go?
Well, the know things, that's what all the knowledge skills are for.
There it is. It's in the knowledge category. I got a 15.
It doesn't take you to be very long. You don't know what the hell could have caused this. It looks similar to things you've both seen before, but like...
The thing that's throwing us off is that they're made of ice, I think you said?
The claw marks appear to be made of ice. They're also like spaced oddly, because it looks like 3 for some, 4 for another. So it's like, huh? The best you can infer is that some were made by different limbs on this thing. It's at least bipedal.
Okay.
That's all you can get.
Celestine, want to perhaps try the key card on the southern door?
See if you
there's
can
still a
get
computer
anything
to
off the
investigate.
Console first.
That's right. I forgot
It's
about
not exactly my area of expertise.
I'll try and investigate the computer then.
Roll intelligence.
Great intelligence. 9. Nope. I just smash things. I don't know how computers work.
You walk up, you like sit down on the ground, you like look at it very intensely, and then you like look at the keyboard, hit 3, you hit 343, nothing happens. I've done all I can do. And nothing happens, just like you stand back up, well, I've done all I can do.
I'm good at smashing, not computers.
Alright, let's save you guys from yourselves. Marcus will come in. He'll give it a shot. There we go. Like, alright.
Doorway here.
We got... He was in the middle of deleting everything on here.
Can you discern what he was deleting from what might be left?
He, like, tack. Not really. There's some research notes, Oh! We got 3 logs in here. Video logs. This guy kept a journal. And, well, I think I found part of what he was deleting, considering there's only 3 entries left, and they're pretty spaced, and they're spaced fairly far apart.
Okay.
Want me to hit him up, see what we got?
Yeah.
All right. Start from the bottom, work our way up. He hits one of them, and he turns the screen slightly so you all can see it. It's definitely the gnome, and he's like talking to a camera. First day at the new lab. Things finally looking up for old Finkelstein. Said my search was dangerous. Oh, I don't even want to think about everything else they've said, but finally, wonderful man who understands the great strides I can make for all of Kansara. I can't wait to get to work. It'll be grand. And the entry ends there. Okay, he's kind of full of himself. See the next one.
Wait.
This one. The guy sitting in his chair, like kind of a little slumped over, looking a little tired. One of the subjects almost broke containment today. But it was dealt with. No harm done. Seems that an old favorite of mine is pretty good at keeping them at bay, even just by proximity without actually having to open them. And he holds up an alchemist fire grenade. I love these little things. So simple, yet so effective. But we don't need more. I just hope we don't have another breakout again. It'd be a shame to lose valuable specimens. And then, like, you see him move, he hits a button, and the log ends. Alright. Blast up.
Pass out those alchemy files.
Probably, as he fires at the last one. The gnome, breathing heavily, looks like his hair's like crazy Dr. Wily from Mega Man now.
Okay.
Like it's gone thing. It's gone a bit because he looks like he's been seriously frazzled. We had the 4th containment breach in the past week, and I think it's getting worse. You hear like a thunk. Oh no. Is it trying to? You hear a shattering. Oh no. He grabs something. You see him throw something. No, stay back. You hear this like snarling ice scraping sound. No, stay away from me. Leave. And then like the log ends there, as it looks like Finkelstein like ran out of his chair.
Check the research notes, see if there's any details of what they were doing or what they were dealing with.
Can do. Ugh. These might have been cut out worse than the logs were. Tack. Ugh. He's like making faces, and it's pretty weird because like it's a mostly human face, but he doesn't have like a visible nose, so it's like you just see this like guy that's like and finally he just like goes full thinking emoji before it's like, I can't make heads or tails of this shit. But he like leans forward. What the? Why does it keep bringing up his eyes like sort of trail over? Someone want to check out that skeleton?
I'll check it out. Perception check.
Yeah.
Roll right past it. 19.
You investigate it. It's just like some bones like stuck together. Then you lift up the head and like try to look at the bottom of the jaw. There's a USB taped to the roof of the mouth.
I take the USB.
That's that's what that is. Okay, it looks like that might be the full notes and the backup. So keep your hands on that. Definitely gonna want to hand that over on our way out.
Well, why don't we check out what's on it? Maybe if this is a backup, it'll have the full notes, like you said. I'd really like to know what we're dealing with.
Well, we could do that, or he's like, other thing I got, That big old double door back there, it's the main lab.
Well,
So,
which one is he referring to?
The one from the heavy blast doors you found, Jinx.
Okay.
So we could just go see for ourselves.
I like that idea. Pockets the USB.
All right.
Can I
Let's see.
smell the claw marks to see if, or to just, remember that scent?
It's a smell of ice. Not hard to forget.
Okay.
Nothing.
There's no like
distinct about
specific
it.
like weird. There's no weird to it. It's just ice. It smells cold. You sneeze a little bit because something got in your nose. All right, let's go check out that other door then. If you don't mind, big guy. He sort of gestures to Celestine because you've still got the key card.
Yes.
Not at all.
Take the key card over and door opens. First two things you see: one, trail of blood. Two, what can only be described as you know the zombie sailors in Pharaoh Sirius Normal?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looks like one of those, but it's a dwarf, and instead of like corrupted crystals growing out of him, it's ice,
Oh shit.
and it's not moving on the ground. It's definitely dead.
Do I hear any of that icy growling or anything like that coming from?
Nope.
No? Okay. I'm gonna proceed cautiously towards... I'll reach the end of the hall and I'll proceed towards room B.
You don't see the trail of blood. You kind of have to step over the dwarf a little bit because he's kind of in the middle of the room.
Right.
But it looks like he was probably in the, like directly on where the B is, like those 4 squares. That is a one of those clear plexiglass cells, and one of the walls has a hole in it, and you would presume that the dwarf came out of that. There's like all kinds of like monitoring equipment, some like weird Tesla coil looking things above the cell. There was some fucked up shit going on here. Best you can imagine if it created, well, a Zambi ice dwarf, apparently.
I want to take out my sword and shield. Or not my sword and shield. Bark and frisbee.
Okay.
I'm assuming you read my backstory. Does any of this lab equipment seem... Either what's happened with the dwarf and or the lab equipment bring any familiar memories to me of what might be going on?
It's reminding you enough of what happened to you that you're having a little bit of PTSD. You're just like very on edge.
Oh yeah, I'm gripping Orzal pretty tightly.
Yeah, and like you can even like you feel this really uneasy feeling from the sword itself. Like even this freaking inanimate object is like weirded out by this because like
in my case, it's a combination of weirded out, PTSD, and I'm not going into a rage, but I'm getting pretty pissed.
Yeah, you don't like some of the like Tesla coil stuff looks kind of familiar, but other than that, it's nothing like the thing you dealt with. You also kind of hear Marcus talking in the back, but it sounds like he's talking to someone else over like a comm. Given like a status update to probably Bane.
Okay. I'm gonna proceed a little further into the room. See if there's anything I missed, like if there's another computer in the room or something like that, or any notes on the desk or something.
There's scattered papers, but none of them. But they all just seem to be depicting the either. It's like pictures of like what you assume the dwarf was before he became an ice zombie. and a few catalogs of like his transformation. It looked like the ice like erupted out of his, starting from his right arm, and then a little bit out of his spinal column and his back.
Whereabouts is the ice zombie at?
He's I'll mark him real quick. Drop tape. Make a color. Him.
Is there any mention of like who was cataloging
The zombie is
this, or?
It's hard to see it, but he's right here.
Gotcha. If I use Detect Chaos, will anything happen?
No.
Is there a name attached to whoever was writing these logs or taking these pictures or whatever? Like on the
Nope.
notes? No.
All you've got is this was apparently Subject 85.
Okay.
You investigating that way, Celestine?
Yes.
You, much like what Jinx found, but closer to like, let me draw the shape for this one with something a little bit more vibrant. There's another one of those clear, like, boxes right here with monitoring equipment around it. It appears empty, but you see on a readout monitor it says Subject 45 deceased.
Looking at the zombie, can I tell what his cause of re-death is, I guess?
Fairly easily. Like, you kind of turn him over. He's missing most of his rib cage and probably where his heart used to be, so it looks like he got a point-blank shotgun blast.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or a bolt of lightning or something. He was pretty handily immediately dealt with.
So just full out force then. Okay.
Yeah, he was. It does, however, appear he was still alive before he got shot, so ice zombie isn't technically applicable. It's more like ice infected.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Very Dragon Age Inquisition, Red Lyrium Templars. You heading that way, Celestine?
Yeah. Cautiously.
Well, that smear of blood you saw keeps going this way, and you find a dead man laying on the ground. He looks to be heading for what you see in the back of that room is some emergency, like, shit's gone real, like fire alarm, but it's like full of guns. But the panel is open and there's nothing in there. There's just a dead scientist-looking dude on the ground in front of it.
Allies, I've found a weapons cache.
Didn't you say it was empty, Marcus?
Well, the one he can see is empty. There might be
Oh.
more, because he's just seeing one straight in the back.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna follow Celestine into the room.
Okay. Roll perception.
And just passively, does it look like the guy who's dead got like ripped to shreds or something, or is he got ice on him too and whatnot?
Yeah, he's got like an ice claw mark across his chest when you turn him over, and it looks like they were bleeding pretty heavily.
Okay. Perception check was 28.
Yeah, I saw that. There's 3 more like things that you would like emergency weapon boxes. All of them are empty. Or well, no. The one on the right side of the room from the D icon has a singular shotgun in it.
Looks like just standard shotgun, nothing special about it.
Yeah, just a basic boomstick.
A boomstick. Like there's nothing in here really either, except dead bodies. Ice zombies. Or ice and
Also, in all the little weapon containers where you'd expect ammo was kept, there's no ammo. So you don't even know if that shotgun's loaded. Oh, also you saw a few like impacts, like someone had been firing firearms in the area. So there was a scuffle.
That's another scientist-looking guy, right? Did he have a ID badge on him?
Appears to be Carl Locke.
Carl Locke. I will take it. Is his ID look the same as the one Celestine found, where it's like a key card as well? I assume.
Yeah, but you can, looking at them, Locke appears to be lower level than Finkelstein was.
I'll take it anyway, just in case.
All right.
If nothing else, we at least can ID. We know one of the people who died.
Mm-hmm. As you start to leave the room, Marcus like holds up a hand. Hey, got a question for you guys.
Okay.
Does the name Shayase mean anything to any of you?
Yes.
Marcus like looks at
out of character. It's pronounced Shayasa.
Shayasa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having trouble getting that, so that's why he was having trouble with it.
Yes, I know him.
Well,
and I'm very visibly angry as soon as I hear that name.
Marcus like he has his hand on like a little thing in his ear. Yeah, our angry buddy with the fancy sword over here seems he's got a history with that guy, so poke into that a bit more. Thanks. And then he takes his hand away. Okay then. Good to know.
How did you come by that name?
Marcus like points at the ear thing. They found the name referenced in area on the other side by a dead general, believe it or not.
They find him, he's mine.
Well, that depends on if they find him. But on that note, since it's getting kind of late and it sounds like Kel's falling asleep, we're going to call the session there.
Okay.
So we're not going till freaking 11 p.m. my time. That would be more reasonable to you guys.
That works for me.
Yeah, no complaints here.
What was that, Lodo?
I said, yeah, no complaints here.
Alrighty. But yeah, welcome to the spooky thing. Also, a fun fact: those that very specific group of people you saw entering in when you're at the cafeteria, the Rocket Raccoon guy, the angry blonde, the dude with the Imperial probe droid, and the tiefling. That was the party from my original campaign in this setting.
Nice. But I'm gonna call my stream here too. Say bye to the stream.
Bye to the stream.
I'm gonna mute Def for a sec while I close out.
Okay.
Alright, like I said, that's gonna do it for my stream, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to follow, give me a tip, it helps me out. Or if you really like what you see, you want to see more of it, feel free to sub. I do have emotes as an affiliate. Obviously I only get one, but I have one sub emote, which is Jinx McRage, and then one for my $25 subs is Jinx McDapper, which I am typing out right now. Oop, if I can spell. There. That's for $25 subs. I haven't figured out one I want to do for my $9 subs yet. But regardless, we will be back next week with more Pathfinder. So until then, guys, peace.